right, here we go. Good evening, everybody. It is Savage Thursday, and we are here to get savage. This is Marbania's Merry Minstrels. Say hello, fellas. Hello to the stream.
I am not a merry man.
Yeah, I know you wear tights sometimes. You said
Hey,
something.
I told you that in confidence, Marb.
Hey, okay, all right. Would anybody like to do a quick recap on last week, because you guys are in possibly a bit of a pickle here.
Yeah,
Here
Brian.
one week and look what happens.
So I was kicking all this ass, right? And then my smug ass was like, hey, I'm going to just go right into the ship. So HG rockets forth into the ship, and I got beat down. Pretty cool.
First
Like,
time in a
coming to
long
me.
time, man. Long time since HG was like dead.
I had another character thing on there I had already started creating when Doc Fong saved me.
What did he play? He played a card that reversed all of your.
It was the whiskey and iron.
No, that last time it was because I wasn't here because I had my
Yeah.
vaccine and I was too tired, and I was watching on stream and I said, "Remove a wound. Here you go."
Yeah,
Oh,
he removed a wound.
Chat reward.
That's right.
Chat reward.
Speaking of vaccines, and Giorgio is out tonight. He got his second dose yesterday, and about like everybody else, man, it hammers you for about 36 hours.
I was fine.
Really? Completely?
Yeah, my second shot.
Didn't bother you?
My second shot. Well, my first shot, it felt like my arm had gone like 15 to 20 rounds with Mike Tyson. The second shot, I only went like 2 rounds.
A lot of
By the
that's
third
in
day, there was hardly any.
the person giving you the shot, because the first one I had this old lady that it was over before she kept going, relax your arm, because I'm talking to somebody. She's like, relax your arm, and then she reached over and she goes, hey, and she shook my arm. She goes, just relax. And I said, okay, and I just kind of laid there like this, and I mean, it was over. I didn't even realize she'd stuck me with that needle, and I said, just let me know when it's done. She goes, oh, I'm already done. I had zero pain. Well, the next time, this gal, she grabs a big old chunk of meat on my arm and jabs that needle in there, and there's a trick to it. You just relax your body completely, man. Just relax completely, and a lot of that stiffness and soreness won't be there. But
that didn't.
Well, I think it's more from
didn't work for
the
you.
IM shot. I think that's mainly because it's an IM shot that it causes that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like my entire upper arm was swollen on my
Mine
second shot.
wasn't swollen, but I couldn't move it. It felt like Mike Tyson had spent 10 minutes speed bagging it.
Are you fellas trying to talk me out of getting my shot?
No,
I'm
not at all.
Actually encourage you.
It sure does sound like it.
Just
is
get the
way
kind that
better
Benno
than
got.
any COVID.
You used to be in the service. Every time you flew overseas, you got a whole series of shit. So, don't act like yeah. So this is going to be
It's
nothing.
a hypospray. It's a hypospray thing.
Fuck those things. I hate them.
You can taste the copper in your tongue too every time. It's like, what did you inject me with? Ooh. They're like, we don't know.
What do you mean y'all don't know?
They're shooting the guns. You go down the line. They're like, I think I got 6 shots like right in a row.
Oh yeah, you just they line you
I think
up.
that was for the Gulf War. Yeah, when we went to the Gulf War, it was like in the back of the cafeteria too. You know, just line up here. You're getting your shots. Roll up your sleeves. No, we had to roll up our T-shirt sleeves. Take our jacket.
I went to Germany, and I think they gave us 8 or 9 for Germany. There must be some creepy, crawly heebie-jeebies in that place.
No offense to any of you Deutsch fans out there watching right now or later on YouTube.
I was in Germany when I left to go to the Gulf, so I'd already had the Germany shots.
I don't think it's so much Germany itself as it's those icky old barracks that have been there for 300 million years that we stay in.
It's easier just to get you all in a line than, trying to treat you later.
One winter, the Germans that own that manage the building said, "Your furnace break. You have no heat. We're like, oh, we fixed
Yeah,
that.
no shit.
We fix next summer when ground not frozen.
What?
Yeah. Like so for like 4 to it was probably like closer to 5 months we had no hot water in the whole building.
Wow.
It was a little cold because guess what the hot water furnace did too.
Each building had
The
its own
heat.
boiler, and if the boiler was down, you had nothing. No heat, no hot water, nothing.
Fortunately, the building next to us, we got to use their showers. Like we had to co-mingle. So what? 300 people that normally use the showers now 300 more people have to use them in that building. So there was never any hot water down there either.
But at least it was probably closer to tepid temperature than
Yeah,
cold.
let's put it this way: it wasn't worth the aggravation. I just took the cold shower. I just took the, like screw it.
Cold shower's not so bad if it's actually summertime.
Well, let's
That's
get
why
back on
Drake moved
track.
down south.
You
Oh,
guys
let's
are.
get the.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stall so Gojo doesn't die, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't. It's. Well, I don't know.
Not
I mean, it's
Gojo,
it
Albert.
stands a whole lot better chance of him surviving with one of you guys planning than with me planning because.
Pick him up.
Well, since Brad was the last one to join video and voice, he should play him.
I
You
think
should have the option if Jingo
Jingo's already got him on
doesn't
there.
really want to.
Yeah,
Drop him.
you'll drop him. All right, Brad. You've got
Yeah,
Alonso. You've got Albert, who happens to be tangled up by this tentacle. And those of you who can see the tentacle, who are up here on the top deck, you notice that it's got like chunks of rotting flesh and shit hanging off of it. What's not on combat tracker yet? Character is released. Doc Fong is not on the combat tracker. What in the what?
Yeah, remember he wasn't here last session.
week.
He was suiting up though. He's swimming in here at the last minute. Let me jump
Maybe he'll
over
save the
here,
day.
because
No, he
I
was
left.
busy laughing at Albert trying to, he almost drowned twice or whatever. Doc
Maybe
Fogg's
we
in the
should
boat
just-
laughing.
Maybe we should just keep Brad in the chat. I mean,
Right?
how many points you got, Brad, in the chat?
Let's see.
That's
You
like
don't.
80,000.
All right.
All right. So you've got a card.
Those are some low numbers, Brad.
No, I'm slacker.
I've got 107,000.
Well, maybe I just spend them more. I mean, I did try to
True.
buy a chip on last Starfinder.
All right. So Alonzo, we're at the top of round 6, believe it or not. So
Wow.
a combat going 6 rounds is and it looks like it might not break anytime soon. So Alonzo, you're down below and you're not in real good shape.
You push the map again for me.
I can do that. I will. I'm just gonna share it with everybody.
Okay.
Now you guys up top have no idea what's going on, and I'm actually gonna put. Crap. Okay, so Doc Fong.
Even with the line of sight, that's a very dark map.
Well, it is because it's the floor below. I actually got
Right.
effects turned on to it to make it darker than the top.
I got you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll open it all up and let you guys look at it later. It's a Game Tile Warehouse map from Chris McDermott. The ship starter kit, Sunken Galley is what.
cool.
I was just looking at that. I should have had more to drink.
Excellent
This is
map.
my
set.
Albert voice.
Is that your
No,
Albert?
that's your Tivrak voice. That's your Tivrak voice. I'm sorry.
This is that voice. This is the Albert. This is the different. See, they're two different things.
I'm
Mm.
going stab or
What?
attempt stab number 43.
Okay.
Did we hit one of those? I don't remember.
Well, I think that's a hit.
That is a hit.
That is a hit.
He's
Ah.
unarmed.
Ugh.
All right. Well,
Would you like to use a red or blue fate chip, or fate chip to add any additional damage to that before I clear it?
yes, I would.
No, I can't use any cards. I already used it.
Need more frying pan.
4. Let's see what
That'll
happens.
make it a 9.
Well, I wish I could use a one because I have second wind.
And that does actually shake him up. He is shaken.
Okay.
Lonzo plays a card, Adrenaline Surge. Your hero gets an additional and immediate turn, including new movement.
I'm gonna stab him again.
Stabby, stabby.
If he gets a new movement, does that mean that there's like shit floating around in the water?
It will
Oh,
rise to the top.
that cannot
Ta-da.
think
You
of me.
guys are a deck above me. Watch out for vertical torpedoes.
Oh,
Don't twink the water.
Oh yeah.
that's a hell of a hit
It
with a
was
raise right there.
raised.
That's a
That's
card
the-
well spent.
Yes, it was. Well, we'll see. These things are tougher than shit. And oh, what's it? And oh,
Ooh.
yeah. Guess
Well, it's a
what?
wound at
Stab,
least.
stab,
He just kind of starts floating up towards the ceiling of this cabin in here. Tell us how that looked, Jingo.
And I took a stab at him, and it, staggered him back a little bit, and maybe left a little blood or whatever it is that they bleed when you stab them. And I just seeing the blood, I just got that adrenaline surge and went at him. Kind of stuck it in his chest.
Yeah,
This is weird. I'm looking at the combat tracker, and between myself and Doc Fong, there's another entry with just a 5 of clubs, nothing
I
else.
see a blank one, yes.
between yourself and Doc Fong.
Yeah, 5 of clubs, it shows as blank for me.
I'm
Yeah,
not
it's just like-
seeing it on the combat tracker. Close it and open it again. I'm not seeing it.
Should say Wave Shadow too.
It went away. I think maybe you hit it at one point and it
Ah,
got confused. Closing
see
or
the-
reopen made it go away.
5 of clubs too.
I'm good.
And
Yeah, it's gone now when
I'm
you
done.
open and close it.
Hmm.
Yeah, nice.
It's the Savage Worlds. You can't move after you attack.
You can't move after
You
your
can't move?
attack. We have
No,
never.
I don't think.
Now
Who would
Pathfinder you can't, but we've never played that way. So you are
Well,
more
he
than welcome
can't,
to move. Now
but
you
he's
will
gonna
take an op
provoke.
shot. Yes, you will take an op shot from one
I'm
guy.
gonna stay right there.
All right.
I'm trying to protect Mr. Timmons.
Well, did you guys notice that from the last session to this one, we had little blood spots like all over the place, and so that doesn't save, I guess, and reload when you reload the maps because they're missing. But nonetheless, there is blood floating all in the water. Some of it is yours.
I
And
hope we don't attract sharks.
Quite a bit of it is mine.
You had to say something, Benno.
somebody
Oh,
played Here Comes the Cavalry card last week.
So these are friendly sharks?
Wait, they play Here Comes.
Cool.
I think from the week
Does
before,
it have
because I don't
limbs?
remember ever getting an extra.
Yes.
The entry
It's a
to
were
the
shark.
hold where he is, you guys. Well, at first you'd have to have a good notice roll to see him because they're barely. Now you guys below don't see anything, but you're seeing them coming at you, swimming in the water, and all you're seeing is these shark heads. But as they get closer, you're noticing there's these claws and human arms on the side, and they got feet, and but looks like webbed feet. And hands, and they're swimming really quickly. And this
Hey,
guy
look, it's
goes,
a salesman for snout paste.
let's see.
We can all get turned into snout paste at this rate.
That is not going to, he's not going to see that dude. So he swims straight towards, let's see, I got to do that. And how will I? Let's see if I can attack across targets like this. Since it's melee, it should be. You see this guy swimming, this shark, and he's got like almost like an officer's saber in his hand. And he takes an attack at this octopus, which I don't know if this is going to work. I think I better do it on the combat tracker. I don't think it'll go across the maps.
No.
Yeah.
It won't.
But the problem is, I don't know. Okay, it's that one right there then. So, all right. So he will do this, which is going to be a pain in the ass because I got to scroll. And he hit. Let's see just what the hell happens here.
It's like.
Yep. Wait a minute. Melee rate of fire 1. Melee weapon with a rate of fire 1, huh? Fighting plus
That's
2.
what?
I guess you can throw a saber. Yep.
Mm.
Fighting plus 2 to just shock vigor versus shake.
I don't know why you'd want to.
Malfunction.
And technically,
Okay.
you could throw a Sherman tank, but I mean,
You just need to have a lot of strength.
Yeah. Yep.
again, but why would you want to?
All right. So let's see what happens
That
here.
would be pretty cool if it was still shooting while it was in the air and it took out like 5 planes somehow and then it hit your target.
The
It
Abrams probably
is
would.
unharmed.
He's got laser targeting. Didn't get through his flabby octopus
Did not
head.
get through it. No, it did not.
Well, the thing does have a toughness of 14.
Yeah. Yep. And this one
Sycamore shark.
joins him, and I'm just going to leave this open, except he has no weapon.
Gonna just look intimidating.
Yeah.
He's going to take a bite out of octopus armor.
I thought they were coming for me.
Oh, lag.
God, I hope I don't see these things. They qualify as Alonzo's worst.
See,
night-
there's not enough of HG left for them to want to come after.
When he said "Here comes the cavalry," I thought it was the one where it summons the bad guys. But everybody gets another
Okay.
card.
No, that's reinforcements.
Reinforcements.
I think
So I was like, "Oh, yeah, he really wants me dead."
All right, so that guy missed. This one is going to swim straight for that hatch.
Is Alonzo still like entangled by the octopus?
I don't think I am I?
Okay, so the hatches that are open, Brad asked me
Uh-oh.
earlier which
no
hatches are
octopus
open.
down here.
You can see there's a hole in the deck here. There's a hole in the deck here. This hatch is open where Albert's being drugged into it,
Alonzo.
or Alonzo, and this hatch here that
No,
doesn't
that's
look
Albert.
Albert in there.
That is Albert. My
open.
bad.
That is Albert, yeah. Yeah,
Okay, it's Albert that's entangled.
Yes.
right. And well, first of all, this guy's gonna give me a notice roll. He doesn't see shit. As a matter of fact, he's just going to move his pace right to there.
Akvon gets down here, sees all this, and just turns and leaves. Is anyone gonna get mad at him?
This guy swims
I'll
up.
save you.
You do like H.G. Willikers did to get to the bottom. He just grabbed the cannonball and jumped out of the dinghy.
With his saber and misses, and oh my gosh.
You need to roll a d6 to see if he crit fails.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he does.
Instead of pulling out the stuff, I am just going to simply do this. He hits his buddy and shakes him up. So that misses.
Shark fight.
Yeah. Yeah. Will apply. He's shaking. One more. And he can't, well, it is three-dimensional, so I'm going to say he swims up and over and down right there and tries to, well, let me give a notice roll first for him. Okay, never mind. He sees this guy.
What the hell?
And attempts to bite him.
How can Luke stand here and not see something that's right next to him?
Because they have a super stealth in darkness. And if I go back and look at the footage, I'd say you would have failed a notice roll on him, or else he would have been visible. But you see him now because this shark is trying to bite at him, or you see him trying to attack something next to you. You're not really sure what's going on. And that's. And we're with H.G. Willikers. You just saw these half human, half sharks swim right past you, like right over the top of you.
I don't see them fighting the tentacle, correct? They just headed straight for my friends.
No, they're all trying to attack this tentacle.
And the wave thingy.
Well,
okay, well they seem to have it busy then. I'm going to walk over to here.
Okay.
And then I want to punch my way through the deck.
Aren't you still intangible?
No, he
I
dropped
the
that.
intangibility for that. Because I couldn't attack the other guys over here that were.
Now there's two holes in this deck, right here and right here. There's already holes in it. Okay, you're gonna punch your way through the deck. So let's look up the rules for breaking
10
things.
hardness.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 10 hardness.
Door.
Yeah, it'll be a 10 hardness.
Softer because it's been soaking in salt water for so long.
I'd make it spongier and harder to punch through myself.
See, don't ask for it. You might get it.
That's why you only ask if it's someone else's turn.
Yeah, so give me an attack roll, HG, with a toughness of 10.
All right, so I make the actual attack roll, which it's only got a DC of 2. So.
Right, so that hits.
Okay.
I'm not even going to make you roll it.
This is actually going to be 2 less, because I wouldn't get the bonus 2 because it's not a
right.
creature.
So 24
I just get the 1.
instead.
24
damage.
Yeah, that's pretty much you just punch a hole the size of your fist through this deck.
What is it? He's like.
I wanted to. I wanted to spend the 2 to continue my quickness as well.
Okay, so you're going to spend 2 power points and continue your quickness for another round.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Now, looking down into the room where I was before, I should be right over where the treasure chest was.
Yeah, actually the treasure chest is about right here, and you're like the hole.
That's fine, but it was on an edge thing there, right?
Like there's a hole in the floor of that lower deck, and you can. Do you have any kind of dark vision stuff going?
I had the light on me.
Okay.
It goes for like 10 rounds in that. But other than that, I think I was the only one with any sort of light or anything.
So this thing's got a hole about this big around, about the size of your fist, where you've punched your fist through here. It's enough to stick a light down into, but as you start to fish your light out to try to stick it down in there, you see the tip of this half-rotten tentacle feeling around like it's trying to get out of that hole, like about maybe 6 or 8 inches of it. just kind of, and then it withdraws back down inside.
All right. So is the tentacle actually on the area? Like, is it? It's out of the big hole, and then in the space there where the treasure chest is.
Well, you can try to look down in there now if you want to.
Yes.
Yes. All right, so you're going to take your light and kind of stick it down in there and put your eye up to the hole, or how you doing this?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just drop the light in.
You're going to drop the light in there, okay? Okay, and as the light goes
and then,
down,
just stick my head down into the hole.
You see the light drop down and land right beside this hole, and it makes those gold coins just shine on the other side of the hole. So the light drops down and lands here. The gold is spilled over here. And you got that hole. Now, in that hole, you can see something big and wadded up in that hole. And there's a tentacle kind of darting at you, and it's trying to find its way up through this little bitty hole that you've got.
I thought I was on the same side. Just based on where I entered before, the way I described it, I thought I was on the same side where the gold was up here. So this isn't going to really work. All right, I'll come back out of the hole.
Okay, so you peek back up out of the hole.
Yeah, I'll move over here, and then I'm going to use my last action to cast quickness.
Okay.
So then I'll get 3 more rounds. No, I'm not.
What happens?
Hey,
question: does
you
this
might
make a
have
hole
blew
in
up
the hole in the boat?
octopus.
I punched a small hole in the boat, yes.
Yeah, but did that just make a bigger hole? Is what I'm wondering.
That's definitely possible. Yes.
Roll the explosion damage, HG, and let's see if. No,
Not particularly.
Wasn't strong enough to really blow a hole in the wood.
Probably a little concussion around there. Some dead sardines or something.
Yeah. So you guys, you see HG, and all of a sudden you feel this compression. There's no fire or anything because you're underwater, but you could feel like this compression, and you look over, and HG's being blown like all over the place, like you know what he's done. Everybody knows what he's done. Everybody can see him. He's blowing himself up again.
Yeah, that plan didn't really work out. The goal is, I thought when you first described the goal, it was over towards the very end of the ship there. So I was gonna pop my head down and put a barrier between the octopus and the gold.
Gotcha. Timmons, you have this one floating above you. You look at him, and his eyes are just, of course, they're these, white eyes. Anyway, you don't know if he's a death stare or not, but it's just floating there. It's not moving. But this one right in front of Alonzo is still active.
So Timmons is going to step behind Alonzo and then step over this way. Don't move me just yet.
Okay.
But I'll explain to what he's doing. He's like, hey, Alonzo, you all right, man? Are you bleeding? And he's like checking him out. He wants to see how wounded he is.
Okay. You get
it just as a visual going around him.
Right. So you got a medical check for me?
Medicine. Huh?
Medicine.
Yeah, let's see.
If not, it's unskilled.
You can. Too bad it wasn't survival. You're gonna die.
Yeah, you're like
some blood over here.
You're like, yeah, you're not sure. You're not sure. He looked like he's gonna die, but fuck him.
Yeah, when he gets over there, he's gonna stab the Shadow 81 twice, and then he's gonna continue to examine Alonzo and see if he's wounded, and move back to the square when he's done. And he has extraction, so if the guy's still alive.
Gotcha.
But while he's there, he wants to. I got to hit 2 actions, and do some stabby with my. Where's my knife? There you go.
Oh,
Give me that. Here.
that's a hit.
Hold this. Come on, ace. Crap.
Mm.
No, I'm gonna roll to hit again. That's why I did that.
Okay.
Damn it.
Oh.
I'm gonna re-roll that though. I'm gonna use a white chip.
Okay.
Rerolled hit. Can't re-roll damage, right?
Nope, but you can re-roll the hit. Now I think in the new rules it's an optional rule to I think it's too much. Now
There's
that's
also,
there you go.
Their edge lets you do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a raise. I might actually get
Yep.
through his toughness.
Stab him. Stab him.
Come on. Ooh.
Hey!
Ooh. Ooh.
Nice.
Get your ass away from my friend.
All right, paint that picture.
Oh, he's just doing the girl stab thing. Yeah. And just randomly this thing came moving towards it and he stabbed it in the head. It was not Timmons' doing. It was total accident.
Not Timmons. Are you still moving?
Yeah. He's like, I can't tell how bad you wounded it, but I got some healing tea in my backpack. Maybe you can use some of that.
Now getting to that healing tea might be a challenge.
Well,
I mean,
that's
you're all encased in,
I'm done.
yeah, getting that into your helmet right now is probably going to be a hell of a challenge.
Alonzo said,
But
I'll be
Timmons
okay.
says,
And then I'll cough up a little bit of blood in his face. Like,
and Timmons says, and the bad thing is he points to the little sack he's got on his back. My backpack's up in the boat.
Let's see. Opposed strength checks if Alonzo, or I did it again. If Albert wants to try to break the grapple with this thing, what's he going to do, Doc Fong? That's just one option.
He's going to try to break this grapple and also complain that he should have had more to drink before he left.
Okay.
Strength, you say?
Yeah. Yeah!
You're too relaxed, Barbania.
All right. It turns
I
out
will
this thing
assure
is
you
very
that I
strong.
am no longer too relaxed. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take some medication.
I'm guessing that's his action then. And the solution is to explode this octopus.
14. The DM needs to roll less than a 14. Less than a 14. Less than a 14. Great.
No, that was the octopus's roll.
That's 21.
Holy crap! And yours was a 3.
21 months, Drake. Fantastic. 21 months in a row, my buddy Drake. Yeah. So he's still
The
grappled,
octopus has a sucker right on his face.
and that was an action trying to. So he's sitting there trying to push this. I sure had another drink, and he's trying to get this fucking half nasty tentacle. If you guys can only smell underwater, this thing just rotten, all wrapped around him. Anything else,
Hey, if
Albert?
the octopus
I don't think you can.
eats Albert, does he get the intoxicated condition?
I don't know. HG probably. Albert
Like
maybe.
eating the worm out of a
Good try, at least.
tequila bottle, right?
Well, hopefully someone can deal with this octopi.
Yeah, I hope
I
so.
don't think they're dealing with that octopi. Are we on headset here? Can we hear each other, or just?
You can hear each other that are standing right around each other's immediate. No, you can't. You're like
10 feet.
Yeah,
10 feet
if you're standing real close to each other. Okay. So I need an opposed strength check as he tries to pull him down into this hole. From Albert.
Gonna get a +4 to a strength check. Ooh. Albert with a one. He just goes. He's just like, screw
Yep.
it. I'm not even trying.
Albert
Just
is
going for the
now.
ride.
Do I get an op shot since the tentacle is leaving?
Yeah. Anybody who's there can take an option.
Come on,
about
all
all
them
the
sharks.
So all
Look at
those
them
sharks would take op shots too. So I'm gonna open up one shark
Do it
Does
4
he get a
and
gang
do
up
it
bonus
4
for the
times.
sharks?
That's a good question.
The sharks are not your ally yet, so I don't know. Do they have to
Yeah,
be your
no,
ally?
they'd have to be your ally.
Does a 7
You are
hit?
right, Greg. Does a 7 hit
happened?
the
Thought it was worth a try.
octopus?
Yeah, the tentacle.
It does.
Hatch it.
Their
He's
parry is a
hatching it.
6. That
Chop it up.
unfortunately does nothing to it.
Yeah, I thought it might.
Yeah.
I tried.
But these guys are going to see 2 of them have sabers. So we'll do those first. And they're just going to try to electrocute it to get it to let go of Albert. So they're not going to do any damage.
Wait,
Fighting
is one of them
boost.
shaken?
One of the sharks? Yeah, one of the
Yeah.
sharks. Shot.
Yeah, 32, so he wouldn't get his op shot.
Correct.
Oh, fuck. So we'll say that, I'm starting at the noon position here.
Now the shark should get a gang up bonus.
Yes.
Yeah,
They
but
should all
he's
get
still.
+3.
That's still a miss.
It's
Yeah,
That would-
it's
no.
yeah, it's a 1.
Yeah, it's a
no,
1.
it's a 3, and then +3 is equal to 6. Octopus is large, so he gets +2.
It's already on there.
Exactly, and
It'd be
then
another +2. It'd still be a 3.
Technically, he should roll a d6 to see if he crit failed.
Yeah.
stop doing that, Vano. They're helping us.
No, he did not. But so the +2 versus large is already there, so he gets another plus. No, he doesn't. He's only got one guy next to him that's
The octopus had.
no, the other one's shaken, so he's
just-
not going to get a gang up bonus for the shaken dude.
Aren't the 2 in the north also attacking the octopus?
This one and this one are. So that
so there's
one,
three.
there's three.
Three
of them.
doing it, so it'll get +2.
Plus,
So yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So he
that's a
still
5.
misses. Yeah, parry's a 6.
Right, that one was shaken.
Okay, we're gonna go to this were shark, and he's going to electric saber that dude. And hit. Does he break through? No.
He's like me steel or something.
And then this guy just has a bite.
Right, that's what I want to see. Biting. Arr,
And he hits with a
arr,
raise.
See, that's what we wanted. Some biting. Arr, arr. Oh yeah, give me a piece of that tentacle. Oh yeah.
Keep going. More roll. Yeah.
2 wounds.
And he fucking grabs a hold of this thing and just starts swimming his ass off and pulls this whole fucking octopus out of here. And you can see this thing trying with its other 7 tentacles trying to hang up, because an octopus has 8 tentacles, children, just in case you. Anyway, he's trying to hold on, and the shark guy just turns around all of a sudden and just bites into it and just rips it into pieces. And you see like ink and shit goes everywhere, and
Ink and shit. Does that mean Clyde showed up?
And see. And this octopus is now. I wonder if I can do this. He is above you guys, so I'm going to kind of sit him right there. But he's pulled him out of the hole.
Is Albert
So,
okay?
Is he on the map somewhere? The octopus?
Yeah, Albert is released. Yeah, I'm trying to get him there, Brad. I just have to arrange things to where I don't have token
the
stack
bigness.
going. Yeah, because he's fucking huge.
Oh.
Is it dead?
No.
But not in the way we want it to be.
Well, it is, but not the way you
Well,
want
it's
it to
not
be.
dead dead. Anybody else think it kind of looks like an illithid?
Kinda, yeah.
Well, an illithid
With,
kind
like,
of looks
funny
like an
hair.
octopus, doesn't it?
I mean,
Yeah.
isn't that what an insulet is? Is a squid face? So yeah.
Pretty much, but there's a brain in
Yeah, I was gonna
picture
say, the
there.
big brain-looking thing doesn't help him much.
Well, that's what he's eating. This is a brain coral down diving. It's brain coral.
All right, so HG,
Well, I
you
don't
see this tentacle come up. And try to grab this shark in front of you and misses. Doc Fong, who is swimming in on the action now. You're just now starting to see this coming into view.
Can I do a notice roll to see what I see? If I see that scary shadowy thing or whatnot?
You'll have to give me a notice roll to see if you can see him.
Right, so there's more than one octopus.
And because he's engaged, all you had to do is give me a 4, and that succeeds. What'd you say? There's more than one
I
octopus?
think we've counted so far
Is
at
it
least
just
two.
one octopus, or is there?
At least two.
Yeah, it's definitely not a tentacle coming from the octopus that was just yanked up on deck by this shark.
All right. Is movement the same underwater?
Yes, because of
'cause of
HG's
the-
amazing apparatus.
All right.
I think he calls it the iron lung.
Oh, well, I am wanting to get a little closer, so.
Or is he calling it aqua lung, maybe?
Hey, Aqualung.
Oh, first I'm gonna move here. And since this is it's got the cross patchwork, not cross. It's not solid looking. Can I see through that?
See down into it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
as a matter of fact, let me line these two up here. As a matter of fact, it's really dark, and if you had some light, you could probably
I
see
have owl eye goggles.
owl eye goggles, so you can see Drake. You can see Timmons and Alonzo down in the hold. It looks like Timmons is helping Alonzo. He looks to be hurt pretty bad.
Oops.
And
Do I
this
see
hatch
any-
this hatch is open. So even though it doesn't show it on the map, I declared it early on, and
where does that line up with then? Is that where Timmons and Alonzo are?
that would line up about right.
Oh.
So like I would have let you for a total run of 9. How far did it take you to get to there? 6? You got 3 left?
7.
7?
I
2
got
left?
2 left.
Yeah, you could get down into that hole.
Do I see any sort of? I can see that there's some kind of shadowy thing over here and some sort of big scary thing over there.
Yep.
Do I see anything
Nothing
directly?
else.
Okay. I'm gonna hop on down that way.
Okay, so you staying on top deck or going down to the mid deck?
I'm hopping into the inside.
Okay, so I'm going to put you right there. And hopefully moving you across maps like that works. We'll find out. Looks like your token still has the green outline and stuff, so it looks like it should work. All right, anything else, Doc Fong?
You got too relaxed again.
Rick.
Nice job, Venom.
You know, I'm like, Spider Queen. The Spider Queen is
Marv,
here.
did you want to put one of the maps on the stream?
Yeah, I should have done that a long time ago. How about both of them? There they are.
Cool.
You're welcome, Marb. I figured you needed a wake-up call.
I did. I'm glad I didn't have coffee late this afternoon.
Otherwise,
Does
you
it?
probably would have pissed yourself.
Yeah. My
Mm.
old ticker'd be going right now.
I'd like to move south one if that's possible. It won't let me move there.
You've got you've went the total of moving down into the hole is so you went 9 to there or 7 to there, and then over
I,
1 is 8, and then down in the hole is 9.
oh, I thought that was just gravity assisted, so it didn't count.
No, it counted.
All right. Well, I'm going to, in that case, since I'm not chasing anything, I'm gonna see if I can coat my knife with something underwater.
How does that going to work?
Yeah.
I'm
how's
gonna
it-
wrap around the herb around the blade itself.
Okay.
Like barbed wire. Like
All right.
so when
So you
jab it
start.
in,
You
the
start.
herbs get all caught in the wound.
What are you prepping? A knife?
He's basically casting smite using poisons on the knife.
On the knife. Okay. All right. So that's your action. Very good. You've got that. I want to pass your turn to this guy who now has. Did I? Yeah, there we go. Let's zoom in. Oh, he certainly does. Look at that. He's going to swim over there using his claws at out. Oh, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt real bad.
Shouldn't he have had the entangled removed?
Yes, he should have.
I don't think that affected any of the rolls though.
No, it wouldn't have. Albert entangled. So the hit with the raise still would have happened,
Yeah, but just shaken.
and he's just shaking anyway. So I'm going to apply that. Luke? Nope. We got this guy. What
What
do
do you
I
mean
have this
no?
guy? No, I mean no, absolutely
There's
not.
somebody ahead of you.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely
somebody
not.
that popped up.
Let's see. What's he gonna do?
There's
This
a
shark
pop-up.
tried to attack him, but he was going for Luke, so I'm gonna make him roll. Luke being the odd man. And looky there. Oh, that's all Luke. Oh, and another 8. Remember all the ones I rolled last week? Holy shit, look at that. Oh my god. Eh,
Ouch. Oh, that's not so bad.
yep. So Luke, you're shook up.
I'm all
For a
shook up.
second anyway, what happened? And you are no longer shaken. This guy just got a hold of you, and he's like ripping into you and shit. What are you gonna do about that shit?
Well, I think I'm going to take a 2 action and go chop chop.
That's a hit. Oh, you might have.
Here's
Oh,
some. Ooh, a wound. Choppity chop. Another hit.
another hit.
Nice.
Don't you have a calculating?
Oh yeah, I do. I kind of forgot about it, but it's fine.
Well, it died,
I
so
think
yeah.
you did it. I think you did it.
You did it.
Cocksucker.
You did it. Cocksucker.
Does he like spaz out with his hatchet? Just chill, dude.
Oh, and we were. Oh, look at that. What? Oh my god. Joker bonus for the wave shadow on Albert, and Albert is shaken. This is not good, guy. But fucking misses. Even with the Joker bonus, he fucking misses. You know what? I'm gonna use white chip and roll it again. Okay, it's meant to be. Remains shaken. So, you know what? I'm going to remove his shaken status. Use a blue fate chip to do so. And he is going to eeny, meeny, miny, moe here. And he's got to reach for everybody on the top of the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in a clockwise position, starting with HG. 1, 2, 3, 4. He tries to grab this shark right here. And misses. And this thing is still trying to grab this shark. Missing. Lonzo.
Okay. I see Mr. Albert is in trouble. Let us go help him.
You're pretty
Yeah,
beat
you
up
can't.
there,
You can't.
Lonzo.
Actually, you don't see him.
Those are walls.
Those are walls.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now,
Doc
give
Fong
me
is
a notice
usually
roll. Let's see if
unstoppable.
you can hear this thing thumping and screeching because you're within about 10 feet of Albert. So he's probably over here going, ah, damn it, somebody pass me the fucking whiskey. So, ignored by 1. Yeah, that's a success. So you can hear there's something going on in that room.
all right.
There you
There
go.
we go. 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm fleet, so that's not even my full movement.
Good deal. Wow. That's a hit. Remains unharmed. No chips. Okay.
Nope. Nope.
Very good.
I'm saving that last one for a soak.
All right, Doc Fong. Uh,
The tokens aren't locked down here. I don't know if that is relevant, but I mention it.
well, that is strange. Let's see here. Now they are.
Oh, Lonzo, you seem to be bleeding. Here, let me jab this into your wound.
Does that hurt?
I'm gonna try. Does the added seawater have an effect? Let's do some science.
Ow. Wounds and
Oh.
salt water do not mix.
That looks like a
That looks like a
raise.
raise to me. Lonzo, you removed 2 wounds.
But does it hurt having herbs jammed into your salty wounds?
Only hurts for a moment. About 36 hours feels
Only
like.
hurts the first time. Remove 2 wounds?
Yep.
I feel much.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. Albert, shaken recovery spirit. Remains shaken. Now Albert's got chips too. If you got him selected, you should be able to spend his chips, right? Or did he already spend them all?
He doesn't have one. I'm taking
He's got a
look here
red
real quick
chip.
on his cards too.
He's got 1 red chip to take shaken off if he wants to do so.
We were really backwards. I should have gotten his cards and he should have gotten mine.
Don't
He's
you
got
be
all
looking
these
at his card.
arcane cards.
I've got some arcane cards too. But
He's managed to have 2. So
We
I'll use
should be
this,
like hearts. We could pass left or pass right. Hearts.
I'll use this as a white chip to unshake him.
Okay.
How do you unshake somebody with a white chip? I mean,
You can just spend any chip
oh,
to
he's
remove
using
shake.
it. Sorry,
Yeah, Albert's using it.
I thought Doc Fong was using it.
Yeah.
I'm like, how does that work?
Yeah, Albert's using it. Okay, so he is unshaken and he's face to face. Wave shadow 25.
I assume you can see the scary thing because it's right there.
It's wave shadow 25. And you know what? I forgot all about it. Should have done this. Of course, I don't even have freaking Sirenscape running. What in the hell is wrong with me tonight?
You know.
Oh.
Gurgle, gurgle. He's got water in his mask somehow. His mustache is soggy. He's gonna try and fail to stab it.
Even with a gang up. Did you take it out of the sheath?
He's too drunk to
Maybe
take it
that
out of
was-
the sheath.
He was holding it upside down, I think. Maybe that's a problem.
Like, God damn it, I've been shrieking all week.
Luke.
Luke?
Luke, it's your turn.
Luke, use the hatchet.
Luke, I'm your doctor.
No! Sorry.
Gotta cut something off of him before you do that.
Well,
Oh,
that one was a miss. And then the second attack. Ooh. Ooh!
man. I believe that's a hit with a raise.
Yeah. Well, that was shite for damage.
That was shite for damage. Would you like to add any to it with a red or blue chip?
Nah, I don't think it would really be worth it.
He was using the hatchet backwards and using the hammer.
Wereshark remains shaken, and I'm going to leave him that way. This Wereshark is one that had a bite. And he gets a hold of this. He gets a hold of this thing, just starts ripping from side to side.
Come on, 2 more wounds, we can do it. Yeah! Unarmed, what kind of rubbery crap, boy?
Wereshark, use one of your chips.
This
Use that
one
shit.
has an electro saber
Get him, zap him.
and hit with a
Oh.
raise.
Sticks it in one of the tentacle nubs.
I think he's actually on this map and just doing the gang up though. More
Seeing
Seeing,
easy.
seeing everybody at
More
Office
wounds?
Space reminds me of Office Space, and everybody's standing around that printer beating on it.
Thing.
That's a great thing.
So this Wereshark swims up and over the top of this thing and takes this electric blade and stabs right down through the top of its skull, and the whole thing shudders and its arms start whipping around. Everybody give me an agility roll. Who is on the deck, which would be just Luke and HG. 4. Those guys are going to fail automatically. Luke succeeds. And HG succeeds. This guy's knocked this direction automatically. Those other 4 are not shaken, so let's just do... Let's see, is he... Yeah, which one is he? Let's just do... What's with the 8s? And 1, 2, 3, 4.
2, 5,
And this
8,
one
8, 8, 8, 8.
is knocked back this direction and is shaken. But that octopus is dead. Or it appears to be so at this time.
Used to be dead again.
It will rise again.
Okay. This one heads over towards this hole and starts looking down inside. And disappears. See, actually, he would pop out about right there, if I'm looking at this right on the map. So you guys down below who haven't seen these yet, Alonzo and Timmons can't see them. Alonzo, you see this man with webbed fingers and feet, but he's got a huge shark skull, and he arches his whole back as he looks over at you. And you can
Would
see
I
him
have any
looking
idea?
around. Do you what?
Would I have any idea what he is?
Give me a
It's
survival
man bear
roll.
pig. It's totally man bear pig.
No.
Oh, okay, good. Because if I knew it was a were shark, I'd flip out because were things are my greatest fear.
Oh, well, then I would give you a +2 to know what it is. So in that case, it is a.
Okay.
You shouldn't have said anything.
Uh,
So give me a spirit roll.
Spirit world.
Spirit world.
I thought when you were around your phobia, you just got a negative.
it's not a phobia. It's my greatest fear. As you
His
asked
greatest
us,
fear.
my worst nightmare.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. That's what.
It's
Yep,
not
so-
a hindrance. This is my worst nightmare.
So put a fear penalty, one fear penalty point on yourself there, and you're probably going to want to start moving away from this thing.
Yep, I just inked.
You just inked all over. You look like that octopus.
Albert, Doc, I think the water just got a little bit warmer where y'all are.
Yeah, I don't think that was ink.
warm current.
Yeah,
It's-
It must have been from the
junked in that.
south.
It's kind of brown and cloudy.
Yeah, it's kind of from the south.
It's got kind of the
It's
color of
gone.
snout paste.
There's little corn pieces in it.
Little corn
Uh,
pieces
Fishes
in
are
it.
eating it.
Good old Mexican
And
diet
eat-
of corn, lots of corn.
The fishes are eating it. The fishes are eating it.
Corn and chilies.
All right, so he's looking around, and so he's went to there. He's got some more pace, knowing ships, and that's as far as he can go right there. This guy, I can't hardly see. You know what? I got to get rid of that freaking octopus because. I can't see. Yeah, so this guy swims down into this hole right here.
Oh, was
Which-
the octopus dead?
Yep,
Oh, okay.
which pops him out about right there. So there's another one for you, Alonzo. And he turns and attacks this guy. And he was, which one was he? He was that one. So he's got the saber. Misses. H.G. Willikers. So you see these shark men are now swimming down into the deck of this ship, like down there where your gold's at.
Come steal my gold. Feudal yellowed, I claimed it first!
That's worth a chip. You gonna steal my gold. Also,
Well, seems all that much time to spare.
I'm gonna do this for Alonzo because he played into his fear very well. You get a chip. All right, HG.
Oh. Oh, wait.
I'm gonna go ahead and take 2 actions again. I'm just gonna go ahead and swim down into the hole. Here, where are those?
Okay, so that would put you. Let me move these ships to where they need to be here, kind of like that. And you swim down into the hole right there, huh? 5, 6.
I'm
Are
gonna be a
you
bit more
sure you swim
careful.
down in the hole right there, HG?
I'm at least aware that there is a monster in there.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna pop you out on that side of the wall.
and I could see my gold from here?
No. No, you can see a bunch of people in here though.
I thought that was the one I entered last time.
Do what?
I could see the gold first jump me.
It's probably beyond that bulkhead right there. There's a big wall right here. Now, if you swam back up and I should have asked you that. This hole straddles this hole in the deck. There's like a wall right underneath it, and you could have swam down into the east or down into the west. Which way were you going?
It would have been the other direction then.
Okay.
Like I thought it was going like when I first came in. I came in through the hole, and then I was attacked by the octopus, and the gold was there. I thought that's where I was.
There you go. To. So I'm gonna put you here just for. Well, no, because that's not in the. Yeah, so we'll say he's half down inside this hole and half sticking up out of it, just so that you guys can be in the same room together.
All right, so if I come down, it's going to be right in post combat with him already.
Yep.
I do not necessarily want to do that.
Because he's so fucking big. Well, you're here now. What are you gonna do?
Well, no, if I'm away from him, I get to use my first strike ability.
Can we use can we see HG from here?
No, he's on the other side of this wall.
Is he got the gold covered?
You can see the gold is right here by your feet. And as he's swimming around and squiggling around, drops of it are falling off in this hole underneath him. Like coins are falling out of this spilled over chest, and more of the gold is going down in the hole.
Can I close the chest real quick and grab the gold?
You can grab the chest and stand it back up and flip the lid over on it as an action.
I will do that for my first action, and then I want to cast Intangibility for my second. And I want to take the gold with me through the deck, going down at an angle, so I go outside the ship.
You're taking the gold with you where? What's your strength?
Well, it'll be intangible, because anything I'm carrying or taking becomes intangible.
Okay, and you're going to move through the hull. Outside the ship. Is that right? In that direction. Okay. So he is going to take. He's going to take an op shot at you. Naturally, you've got first strike. Are you going to? But you're toting this gold, so you'd have to drop the gold to take a strike at him. Oh, and it's a big old fucking chest. Well, that's right. It's insubstantial. I keep forgetting that.
He's a ghost.
But is he still insubstantial, or is he becoming insubstantial?
I'm becoming insubstantial with the gold, so I'm becoming a ghost with the gold. But hopefully.
Don't need that.
So how does that read? Do you? Yeah, so you succeed. Intangibility. But does it take a turn to cast it? And then
Yeah, action to close. Oh, so I should add -2, so about 7.
7 is still a success, but it's not a raise. But yeah, you moved 4 to get down in here, so I'm not sure how much more movement you've got.
One more, as long as I'm not. I thought I moved 3 is what I had. I was looking at that. I'm gonna hit it wrong, so I got 1 more.
All right.
So in that case, I'm just gonna move over here because it's the closest direction. It gets me out of the hall.
All right, go ahead and move your token, so I can approve the movement where you're going. And you pass through the outside. Okay.
My gold!
Got my gold. Anything else, HG? That's about it for you, isn't it?
Yep, that'll be in my turn.
Timon.
Did Timmons know Doc Fong came in?
Yeah, you would have seen him. Albert went this way, and Doc Fong went back behind you.
Why did
Timmons, Albert, Doc, and he's gonna. Let me see if I can get him through this door. And he wants to move over to here. Then he's gonna stab that thing twice.
Yeah, the thing that the shark's got a hold of, and he's shaking the shit out of him. No, that
Yeah.
one stabbed him, didn't he?
Yes. It was sword guy that came down here, I believe.
2 actions. Knife to number 25. Miss. And I want to re-roll that. No, I'm gonna save that Benny. I'm gonna knife him again. And this time I'm gonna hit. Will it rate? Nope, just a hit. Damn it. And I need lots of aces here. Lots of aces. Yep. And you think he ain't dead yet? Somebody else gotta hit him.
Well, it looks like it might be.
Down arrow. Oh, there it goes. Now it's his turn. I point to Albert. He did it.
It's your turn, Timmons.
Already went.
Yeah, it's top of the round.
Let's top it around again. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yep, you
Timmons
were.
is like, well, let's just try this again, you fella.
Yeah, top of round
Let's
8.
try this again, bro.
It's a hit.
Oops. I didn't hit the. Oh, I still had 2 actions on. Nice.
Yeah, you
Shake
shake
him.
him up. You can add to that if you want to with a red or blue chip.
I don't have a red or blue chip.
Okay,
But I do have another knife attack that I'm going to stab him with.
let me apply shaking to him first. Hit with a ray.
Ooh, nice. Come on, you can do it, Timmons.
Timmons swims up in the air a little. Let me shove this in your head. Let me shove this in your head. Wait.
Oh,
This.
just like that. And it just kind of starts floating back off into the water, just arms limp.
I kind of push it towards the shark guy. You can have it.
Shark guy doesn't seem like he wants to eat any of it, though. Doc Fong!
How about these your friends or something?
Alright, so Alonzo is looking quite scared here because of these. Apparently, the sharks is what the
Yeah.
assumption would be.
Yeah, he's pointing at him and kind of trying to say something, but hasn't gotten it out yet.
And, blah, 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 blah.
Can I attempt to give him a placebo? I would like to give him an herb and then persuade him that is actually a fear-reducing special medicine.
How you going to get it into his mouth?
I'm going to apply it to his still slightly open wound.
That's
kind of-
that's kind of a stretch, man.
Fake placebo fear
Yeah.
pill in your open wound. Just hold still.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely try to rub some bullshit on his wound if you want to as an action. That's your call.
Did
Now,
you
whether or
see
not you
this thing fight on our side?
So if Doc Fong is able to convince Alonzo that what he's doing is working, does he get to remove the fear penalty?
Well, he may develop an addiction to this, so it doesn't happen to him again. You know, this placebo, whatever it is. What are you doing, Doc? Is that what you're doing?
It's just the rubbing from Doc that's what's gonna be.
Yeah, I would like to do that. You know, I hear that powdered Canadian moose antler.
No, you're totally rubbing.
You're
You're totally rubbing cannabis. You're totally rubbing cannabis into his wounds.
That's saving for later.
You can give me some kind of a bluff roll.
Invented CPT 140 years early.
I'm trying to persuade, but I have a cat helping.
You're trying to persuade him that this is okay. I'll give you persuasion.
Since that's the
But
closest there is to like bluff.
yeah, but Alonso, you're definitely gonna have to contest this because it's your greatest fear, your greatest nightmare. So
It would be against the spirit.
what is persuasion is based on spirit. Yes.
Don't worry, Alonzo. This will certainly work. I am an expert.
It doesn't
I got
work
this
on people.
straight from
The
Alberta.
thing is that I'm highly spirited.
Yeah, he ain't buying your shit. He's trying to get the hell out of here. He's trying to move you out of the way so he can get past you.
Stop rubbing that shit in my wounds and let me leave.
Anything else, Doc Fong?
Well, you really should listen to me. I am an expert, but okay. You know, you can't run. We're underwater. You should swim. Swim away.
Albert, who just got a little fuckered up here by this thing a minute ago. What's he doing, Doc?
But it doesn't look like there's anything scary around here right now.
You don't
is there?
see anything. No, you did hear. No, you probably didn't hear anything from in there.
Are there doorways?
You can see this wereshark swimming towards a doorway over here. Yes.
Well, I think he's gonna look around a bit. This piece of 6, okay.
And Brad, when you get a second, check out the GIF I posted in Discord.
Yeah.
So yeah, now you can. It's just a. Well, as a matter of fact, that door is open, but it's just dark in there. You can't see hardly anything down here. You can barely see past your hand. I mean, clearly, anything else is faded vision.
Probably a good time to go back up and start thinking about, heading back and getting a drink.
Yeah, that sounds like Albert.
Where is the hole?
Right above Alonzo.
Or he's gonna start making his way that way.
Okay, so he's gonna swim up to the top deck. I'm gonna pop him out right here. Right now, he's blocking the hole.
That sounds like Albert. Just
Yep, blocking the hole. All right, Alonzo.
All right. I'm gonna point at Wereshark 71 and say, "Don't bite me! I don't want to be a shark man!" and start swimming for the surface.
I'm not sure if you were laughing or screaming from being scared. A little bit of both, maybe?
Yeah.
That was a great reaction, though.
Yeah, and Giorgio.
Nope, I'm out.
You're out of there, so you're trying to get up the hole. As soon as Albert moves, you're swimming. So you're like a few feet up off this deck, trying to swim up through this hole. All right, very good. That brings us to H.G. Willikers, who's outside the ship. So I'll actually put you over here, unless you plan on going back in.
I assume I got at least most of the gold, right?
Yeah, Alonzo, were you finished? I'm sorry.
Yes.
I moved on. So I'm going to put you on that top map again. And you've got this chest of gold, but it's fucking heavy. And now that you've kind of stepped outside here, you're on this kind of muddy ocean floor, and you're like, give me a strength roll.
But it's intangible.
That is right, it's intangible. Shit, you're gonna have to keep reminding me of that. Scuba. Thank you, Scuba.
It was the only way I was going to be able to move the chest.
That's right. So, what are you doing with it?
Swimming away as fast as I can.
Okay, so you swimming up?
If you're intangible, are you still buoyant from the water?
I don't know. It didn't make it sound like you can just kind of move around at your mental will like a ghost. So I'm guessing not. Like I wouldn't naturally float, but I don't sink either. Like I don't just fall.
Take that gold away like Superman style, all whoosh.
Okay, so Alonzo is up top, and it's HG's turn. HG starts swimming up.
Yeah, he's maxing it, like running with it even.
Are you just swimming to the top deck, or are you swimming up to the surface, back up to your
Yeah,
I'm headed for the boat.
back up to our boat. Yeah.
back to the dinghy? Okay, so you're headed that way. Shaken status removed. Which one is he?
I think he's on the deck.
He's the one, I think,
Nope.
next to HG.
He's the one that got batted away, and he swims over here and disappears down into that hole. I'm gonna pop him out right there. And this one swims over you guys, or let's see, Albert's blocking that hole, so he's looking for a place to get. Let's see, where's my holes? Yeah, so he'll swim over here to this one. He's got plenty of movement, and I'll pop him down here below. Remain shaken. I might as well just remove his shaken stat.
Is there actually any more enemies?
And well, it depends what you guys are gonna do. He swims down in that hole as well, but he can't get down in there because it's too crowded. Shit.
I hope not.
I can't move the freaking token because the door's in the way. There we go.
Looks like Scuba's cheered 100 bits.
Yes, Scuba cheers some biddies. Ooh, shakes him up. That one starts heading that direction. Okay. He is no longer shaken. 246. All right.
Can I see if they're going in that area for a reason? Or does it
follow
just look
him in?
like shark stuff?
Yeah, they're probably just doing shark stuff.
I mean, that could be like a shark nest. They make nests like birds, right?
No, I don't think so. And since these are were sharks, they're probably amphibious.
Are you sure?
I'm not
Because I
even
read
gonna
something from
tangle
someone
him,
named
he's dead.
some Mr. Tivrak.
He's dying.
You know you can't always trust that crack.
Luke,
Alright.
you see
He's swimming
HG pop up from beside the ship over here, and he's like ethereal, and he's got some kind of ethereal box with him, and he's swimming up towards the surface. And you see Albert and Alonzo both come swimming as quick as they can up out of this hole in the deck, and they're both heading towards the surface.
Well, I just ignore HG because he's probably going to explode himself anyway. And I'm going to swim down to the lower deck. So that'll
Okay.
be 2, and then once I'm on the other side.
That'll be 2, and I'll pop you out right here. You
Do
can
I
see
see
a couple of,
anything?
yeah, you can see a couple of dead, these black inky things dead floating in here. There's a lot of blood in the water. A little bit of shit, probably.
I'm gonna walk down this way. I'm assuming I can't see Doc Fong and Timmons.
No, those are walls there.
Yeah. And since I don't
You
see
can
anything
see
from
about-
there,
You can see about that far.
yeah, I don't see anything else, so I'm gonna run and get 5 more.
Hi, Luke.
Cool.
Oh, hello, Doc Fong.
There they are. You can see them. You also now see some of these shark guys, and it looks like they're going through a doorway into some darkened cabin up in front of you. I mean, it's really dark down here, but it's just pitch black beyond where they're swimming into this pitch black hole. And we are at the top of the round with Albert, who I assume is still moving towards the surface.
You want to do the break?
We are going to do the break. We're at the top of the round. Because it's almost that time. And I really have to just turn this. Stop all.
Subscription
Stop
alert
all.
up.
Stop all. Subscription alert. Subscription alert. Let me start a timer here.
Oh, wow. By
I
the way,
forgot he still got those shoes on.
Scuba has redeemed Clyde.
Did he?
Yes.
I missed it. I've been watching. Oh, yes, he did.
It
Cool.
was just a-
Cool. So, well, we'll
3
see what
minutes ago.
happens when we get back. And since he didn't target anybody, what could that mean? We'll be back here in about 10 minutes, so you guys stick around. Yay, we're back. We are back. This is the top of round 9 of a combat that started about halfway through the session last week. And it's looked a little hairy from time to time, a little hairy scary. But right now we got Albert, who I think is swimming towards the surface.
Yeah, I think he's going to go get a drink.
Let me know who is not swimming towards the surface, because I know that Luke was headed down into the hold. Timmons and Doc, you're still down there.
Yeah, Doc Fong was going to look around a little bit since it looks like Timmons and Luke are.
I don't think
What
we
about
know
Luke?
down here.
You're
We
looking
can't
around.
see him.
All right, so Albert's swimming towards the surface. I'm going to take him off the map. For the time being, anyway. Doc, what are you doing?
I'm going to go down this and. Luke, do you see anything over there?
Yeah, more of these shark people.
Curious. Is there any sort of treasure or anything? I always figure these ships are filled with those. Not what those monster thingies were hoarding, supposedly.
Oh, I thought the sharks were just doing like some sort of mating dance or something.
Oh, they could be. I meant the ones that we killed on the surface before we came down here.
You mean
We thought they had treasures.
the wave shadows that were stealing things off the ship? Yeah, you find, Drake will appreciate this, you find a ball of string.
Well, I did see HG trying to lug a chest of who knows what up to the surface.
Sounds like him. I'll take a look over here.
The pack of crackers out of your rations kit missing. They find you. Mess kit.
There's nothing over there, Doc.
Oh,
Drake sicked some were jackals on us one night. And all they did was run off with a pinch of string.
They just tried to steal stuff randomly off their
Steely string, yeah.
They
I
showed
was
up
just
and I was
rolling a random die and picking something out of their
what's what they're doing
inventory.
over here?
I was like all excited when the were shark showed up because I actually brought my silver brass knuckles that I had made and never got to use.
Your silver brass knuckles.
After we fought the one werewolves,
Wouldn't they just be
we
silver
made
knuckles?
them, but then we never. Yeah, that's what I call them. It's just silver knuckles. So, yeah. But
That's
yeah,
a good point,
fair enough.
Vito. Silver brass knuckles.
So
They're-
just some
they
shark
are.
silver
They
here,
are.
huh?
Typically, the brass knuckles are supposed to be made out of brass.
Well, they are, but he had silver inlaid into the knuckle part of it. It's like they're brass knuckles, but he had silver put into the loops or whatever.
Well, I was thinking, but in fairness, now they're still like the form. If you make it, it's still called brass knuckles, but typically now they're poured out of some sort of steel or iron, like when you make them or get them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But they're still also called brass knuckles. Oh, they are quite illegal.
All right, Doc.
So he asked, he said, "Oh, so it's just these sharks over here? Nothing else? Should we head to the surface soon?"
Do we feel this boat moving around with this octopus still that's up front that we don't know about?
You haven't really felt the
This
boat
thing, like,
moving
shimmy?
around, other than when HG
Oh.
blew himself up earlier. But no, this thing's embedded into the ocean floor too much.
It's in the muck. It's deep in
Mhm.
the muck.
What are you doing, Doc?
I'm waiting
it's
for
too-
Luke to respond.
It's too dark.
Oh, I didn't hear you say something.
Yeah, should we head to the surface or look around further, Luke?
I was going to see what these shark people were up to.
Good idea. Let's do that.
What you see? Tim is too far away to see and hear.
HG?
Uh,
You still
okay,
swimming?
rather than just running this time, yeah, he's going to continue to head up, but I'm going to launch a blast into the water above them and spend the extra point to illuminate it.
A blast into the water above them and illuminate it?
Yeah, for an extra point, you can cause it to shed light. Pretty much for
Okay.
any power, oddly enough.
So you're going to turn around
And I can't. Yeah, it doesn't really matter where it is. Like, I don't want it to be just above their head, but somewhere above the ship. As a
it
sort of
might not make a
signal.
difference with you, Roland. So go ahead and let's see what happens.
Well, it is safer now.
Well,
Till
with
a
HG's
torpedo
look,
comes out of your shit or something, like your head pops off and torpedo launches.
well, with HG's luck, he's lightly to make the entire ocean glow.
How would that roll?
Nope. That's a success. So all of a sudden, the whole area lights up and you guys can see these shafts of light streaming down through these holes in the deck, you guys that are below deck down here.
It's ET.
Oh no.
That was just a general get the fuck out of Dodge kind of signal as I had to continue to head to the surface.
Well, since illuminated, clearly that means we should look around more.
Exactly.
That's probably fair. Mhm.
Oh,
It alleviates his guilt a little bit as he flees.
So what happens? He flees the scene. Alonzo, I imagine you're still
Well-
fleeing the scene, or
Well, I would imagine that.
hang on, Benno.
Sorry.
Let's
When,
try to
when I
move
hit
through
the
this.
surface, I'm gonna pop out like a dolphin into the air and land on the boat feet first.
Okay, so you're going that hard for the surface. All right, so it'll take. Now you're probably 60, 70 feet down, 80 feet maybe. Because when you first got down here, it was about. No, you're probably closer to 90 feet down. So.
Wasn't 14 pace like 70 feet? He just moved.
Yeah, exactly. So let's hope you don't get the bends. He pops out, lands on the deck, and his eyes are bulged out to here. Blood's running out of his ears and shit. So he's good for nothing but snout paste from this point
This
forward.
protects from pressure.
we have the environment protection.
Oh, that's
agency on
right.
us.
That's right. Okay, so I won't pull that card on you guys. Too bad.
I would say the pressure may make us relieve our bladder. That probably would happen.
Yeah, so you can see the daylight above you, Alonzo. You're just almost there. With a 14, you're just almost, let's see, 14, and it's 6 feet per. So no, you are, yeah. You're like jump up in this little dinghy thing that you've climbed aboard. You not only swam up there, you grabbed a hold of the side and pulled yourself over, and you're breathing. Where are sharks? Where are sharks?
Can't get me here. Can't get me here. Can't get me here. If a shark can grab the boat right now, scream like a girl.
Give me another straw. Yep. You don't notice anything. Anything else, Alonzo?
No, sir, I am done. That's my turn. There we go.
All I was going to say is, I imagine HG, just forgot to tell us that was the retreat signal. That's all I was going to say.
Well, I
Let's
probably
see.
yelled retreat as I ran away. It just didn't help you much.
Yeah, which fell on deaf ears.
Did you turn Pretzel off, Marp?
Is it still broadcasting stuff? Probably not. Let's pause that. We're
yeah.
done with Pretzel. But
Get it done.
let's have a little whales in the midst.
Oh, you speak well?
All right.
That's a good
So,
movie.
Yes,
it
it
is a
is.
good movie. All right, close that out, close that. We got this guy right here, and he is going to do this first. Come on. And misses. Even with that. Those guys are tough. Oh, wait, he had another attack. Let's see. So let's put it on a second action. So he'll try to grab him again instead of using his. And still. Alright. Timmons.
Timmons wants to swim over to the hatch and take a look out and see what he sees. So is that there?
You see an extremely bright light. Right about here somewhere.
So he looks up, he sees the light. Does he see anybody swimming? What's everybody else doing?
Don't go into the light, Timmons.
Alonzo is way up high, and so is HG Willikers.
You can't even see Alonzo or HG, because between you and them is this huge bright light.
I don't see nobody on the top deck. Timmons like,
You see a were
I
shark?
think we're going to heaven, fellas. You better hurry up. We're going up. I don't see nobody. He's gonna swim up onto the top deck.
Okay.
No, we're
And,
going this way, Timmons.
So that's I'll say that's
He
10
tries
of your
to
move,
yell it as loud as he can.
or 2 of your pace.
2, and he's wanting to get away from this light thing. So he's gonna kind of swim off, look up, mainly up, but away from the light. So if the light's directly ahead, he's gonna try to angle it. And I'm gonna use the run.
You're going to use the runs?
Yeah, so 13. So I already used 2.
You got
so
11 more.
Oh.
60. So you're going
I'm
straight
sorry.
up. Or,
I got 2 more because of squeak, 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 squeak,
Yeah.
squeak, 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 squeak. No, he's going on an angle. He doesn't want to go.
oh, at an
straight
angle.
up.
Okay, so we'll put you at. You could really pick the depth at which you want to be. You can kind of swim
above this bright light first, because
you kind of swim up, and as you get kind of around it, you can see HG looking back down. and he's carrying this. You can kind of see through him almost, and he's carrying some kind of box that's see through as well.
Oh, that's
But
what
he's
Tim's
moving
gonna
towards
do.
the surface, and it looks like you see somebody else
Ow.
that's just getting out of the water. You can see the bottom of the dinghy up there, and you can see somebody's feet kind of go over, out of the.
Timmons is like, was that Alonzo? Holy crap! He saw it turn
think-
white and take off, but
I think he's part fish.
right? Timmons is like, I, come on, fellas! You know, he knows no one can hear him.
Luke,
Well, if I move up to behind the wereshark, can I kind of see past them or move past them?
you can see that they are busy fighting a couple of tentacles that are coming out of the darkness. That's about all you can see. These tentacles whipping out of the darkness at these things.
Would I be able to step there? I'm not sure if
Not
there's
with
a wall there.
there's a door right in front of you. There's a wall right there. You'd have to contest the guy in front of you, and he would contest it. He is number 71. You can try to shove him out of the wall.
Underwater, can you swim above him?
That's a good question.
Well, no, because it's a little doorway. It's a doorway in a boat. I mean, it's probably barely 6 foot tall.
I wasn't sure it was like a literal door or that was just where the hole was.
Well, it's where the hole of this door was, but the door itself is like hanging off its hinges and over on. None of these doors down here were closed that you've found so far. Well, of course, Doc Fong hasn't been down here long, but you can try to shove him out of the way, Luke, if that's what you'd like to do.
Well, I'd rather not piss him off, so I'm going to turn to Doc and say, I think these guys have it, and swim back towards the hole.
What are they doing?
I don't know. It looks like they're trying to have a calamari for lunch.
Is there
All
some
right.
sort of squid in there?
Well, kind of like the other thing. But if I said
Victoria.
taco, that would mean something totally different to this group.
Yes, we have those on Tuesday.
Exactly. See. Let's see. So that was one. What was that? I think that's a total of 5. Kind of used the rest of my movement to get up on deck.
Miracle working tacos. Yes. So you can
All
get
right.
up on deck. Timmons is not there. He is. You see this big bright light above you, and a little spot kind of off to the side of it. Looks like somebody swimming. You can't tell who.
Well, since I may have just seen Timmons head up that way, I think I will use a run action.
Can you
Follow
hear?
after.
Can you
Another
hear? Squeak, 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 squeak,
6:36.
squeak, 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 squeak.
So
Probably.
yeah, you're about halfway to the surface, Luke.
Yeah, I'm basically just following Timmons.
All right.
Oh yeah,
Let me just ask this question, Doc Fong. What are you doing? Are you going to
I was
continue
gonna-
to explore? That's fine. If the answer is yes, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll take a quick look around. I wanted to see what these.
Okay, so
watch
let me
these
go
were
through the
sharks.
actions then. Let's see.
You just have to be that curious, don't you?
Miss. Oh, he
You
might
know,
not
staying behind is still considered splitting the party. Just saying.
Yeah, but everyone else who left is to split it. I was happily here. I'm like, guys,
Yeah,
I'm
well.
finally here.
Wait a
I'm
minute,
sorry,
that's
I'm
the
lagging."
wrong one. That's the wrong one. So, no, he didn't do anything. He's trying to get down to that hole and he can't because it's too crowded. So he didn't do anything. Too bad. Because that was a good hit. But this
Speaking
guy
of
is
hits.
the other with the, what time is it, Vino?
Subtle.
That's a hit with a raise.
I got my towel.
You got your towel?
You never know when you're gonna need a towel.
Oh. Shakes the
Howdy
octopus.
ho.
Yeah,
What the hell?
Mr. Hanky and Towley were two of my favorite characters in South Park, and you don't see them too often anymore.
That guy is going to move past his friend who is not going to contest.
Yeah, that arrow got in the way, didn't
Yeah,
it?
to there, and he's going to use the spear he's carrying. And miss. No, that's a hit. What the hell? How do you hit
Gang
that?
up and
Gang up.
the large bonus.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't do much to just kind of punches into his rubbery flesh. Does nothing to him.
Ink squirts out.
And Alonzo's on the boat. Alonzo, what do you want to do on the boat up there? Anything in particular? Give me a notice roll.
Probably looking for Albert's whiskey.
See,
Oh yeah, no
Correct.
problem. So now you're laying here and you're, where's Sharks? And you
laying in
look
the
up.
very boat.
Yeah, you're laying up at his dinghy, and you're like, where's our fucking boat? And you're almost thinking about just fuck the rest of these guys. I'm gonna take the dinghy and go. And you sit up and you look around and you notice, is that our ship? Well, that's not our ship. Well, what ship is that? And then you see and you look up on this ship, and
Oh no!
it's the stern of the ship, and written across the back of it, it says Edward Fitzhugh. And you can see about 8 or 10 of these real fucking muscled up sailors looking over the edge of this ship down here. And with that notice roll, you're like, you can start to see scorch marks on it and shit. And you're like, that's the ship that was here last night that got attacked. And these guys are staring down at the water. Now you're kind of between your ship and their ship, about halfway. But they're looking at the water kind of down at where you're at.
This was one of our flotilla of ships, wasn't it?
There were 3 ships that anchored in this little inlet that night that all of this started, last night, when you guys were attacked. One ship was burnt to the water line and nobody survived. The other one, you saw it on fire with the crew. You could see the images of the crew trying to put the fire out as they were sailing it back out into the maze.
Looks like they got it out. Huh?
Yeah, but these guys are, let's see, just there's just something about them, something about these sailors. It's almost like the fact that it goes from ear to shoulder and there's nothing between. You know, there's these big thick necks and they all look like they could have been bred from the same mother. You know. Anything else you want to do up there?
I don't remember any soldiers looking like that, right? I mean, any of the sailors you're with?
Not that we're with you, but you couldn't see the sailors on this ship as it, anchored up last night, and then when it left in the middle of the night on fire. You can see them now, though.
Well,
It's daylight.
okay, and they're all standing on the deck and they're looking in my direction.
Well, they're looking down at the water. A couple of them look up at you as you jump into the dinghy, but they go to looking back down in the water below you.
I'm going to crawl to the edge of the boat and look back down and see if I can see anybody else coming up.
You see a huge bright light underwater and a little speck between, actually a couple of specks, like one off to the side and then one almost to you. So you got other people swimming right at you.
Seeing the big bright light, I'm going to say, rest in peace, Doc. Pass my turn.
Doc Fawn,
Because I think he blew himself up.
Doc or HG?
You mean HG?
Oh, it's HG. I would have said rest in peace, HG.
I'm gonna hit the right button so when I talk you can hear me first of all.
That helps. Definitely helps.
I'm gonna go take a look because I'm curious what it was that Luke said was in here that wasn't there.
There's nothing in there
there's a
except for
couple
a way
of
back up the deck.
There's a hole in the roof right here, a hole in the in the ceiling where it goes back up to the deck. There's a couple of floating dead wave shadows in here, and a door that goes that way.
I'm gonna stick my head in here and see what's in this. I see anything of interest.
Looks like a doorway that's closed right across from you, and a hallway going up, but you can only see a very little bit of distance in the darkness.
Interesting. I wonder what's it. Sorry.
Did you open that or close it?
I haven't done anything.
Okay. I think
Someone
it
keeps
was
making the
open.
map
That
change.
was me.
Oh yeah.
I think I clicked it accidentally, trying to click your token to see what you
Oh.
saw. But yeah, the door there is open, but the doors across from you are closed.
I wonder what's in the closed doors. I'm gonna have to investigate. But I feel like I've moved as much as I can move for the next 6 seconds for some reason.
Okay, very good. Timmons, you are just about 30 feet from the surface.
30 feet?
Yep, 30 feet down. But you're off to the side. You're probably a good, because you swam at an angle to get back up out of there, right? So you kind of swam off to the side. Give me a notice roll. Okay, with that, you can see the shadow, the bottom of the dinghy, about 30 feet above you, and maybe 40 feet this direction. You can also see the bottom, the keel of what you think is your ship, but maybe this is your ship, and you're not really sure which direction unless you give me a survival roll with a raise. And I figured you could do that. So yeah, you're like, wait a minute. Okay, we came in this way, so there's our dinghy.
Marman,
Yeah.
His flippers and that squeak are giving him a sonar.
Oh, is that what it is? Sonar squeaky squeakies. You're like, well, that's our ship over there, but there's one that's almost directly above you. If you swam straight up, you'd come out right beside it, but it's not your ship. But you can see the keel of it here. Now, you're going to have to swim 30 feet up and 45 feet that way to get to your dinghy.
Yeah, Timmons will run.
So you're going to head towards your dinghy or towards the ship above you?
The dinghy.
Okay.
There you go.
Damn.
16 plus 2, 18.
Yeah, so that is going to be not a problem. You make it all the way. Alonzo, you're sitting here looking at this ship, and Timmons comes up over the side of this dinghy, all wet, flopping around, trying to grab his gear and get it off of his head and shit.
He's got his lather. This shit's heavy when it's wet. Oh my God. Help me in the boat, somebody.
I'll grab him and help him in.
Help me in the boat. Good Lord. All right, so you get in the boat. You want to do anything here? Just start getting this gear off?
He just wants to look around and see what he sees, and I know what he sees. So that's
Yeah, you got the description. Okay. So Albert is breaking the surface. Albert pops up right behind you, and he's floundering. Let's just give him yeah, he's flopping around out there.
Can I do the athletics roll? I don't trust your rolls.
No, because we're almost done with Albert, I think, for the night.
Gorgio, if he drowns, it's totally on Marp right now.
And are you guys going to help Albert in the boat or not? I mean, you can. The answer
Yes,
could
we'll
be no.
help him.
Oh,
We'll
you
help
will. You will. Okay, so they will help. All right, Luke.
Timmons is too tired. He's like, that was a long
Just keep
swim.
swimming. Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming. 8, 6 is
I'm heading
48.
towards-
48. So you going right towards this bright light then? Straight up. Or are you trying to swim around it?
Well, no, I'll go through the light.
Okay. You're swimming straight, and you pass through this
Yeah.
bright light, and then you get up above you. Give me a notice. Let's see how many vessels you can see floating in the. You just got your eyes on the dinghy. You can see the dinghy. I'm heading there.
Should running really give a note minus to notice?
I guess it did. Because you're
Water's
trying
hitting you in the
to
face
get
a
the
lot,
hell
nigga.
out of there. Yeah, I'd say so. All right,
Your
John.
eyes are watering. Can't see very well. You're moving.
All
too
right, he
fast.
is no longer shaking. You guys, but Doc Fong is still down here. Okay, so let's just run through this motion real quick. That's a HG. You're almost to the dinghy.
Yeah, I'll swim up next to it and like peek my head out, make sure.
Yep.
Or actually, I'll just float right up through the bottom of the dinghy.
Is that?
Yeah.
Is that?
Settle on there
Dead
above that chest.
HG dead. Look,
Are any of
he's
you
a
guys
ghost.
afraid of ghosts?
A little bit.
Ghost-
Simmons is backpedaling.
Haunting my treasure.
I got my shotgun now. You better not come after me, HG.
I hope you have
Haunt me.
the salt pellets.
Don't haunt me.
Anything else, HG? You just gonna fuck with these guys?
No, it'll be my turn.
All right. So this guy's up. He's gonna spear. And hit with a ray. But can they do any damage? Oh. Well, they're keeping him shook up.
He's all shook up.
Oh.
All shook up.
And that poor guy bleeds out and died.
89.
There he is, Electro Saber. Actually, it's the other one with the Electro Saber, but that's a hit with a ray. Raise damage when unharmed. Lag. Oh. Hit with a ray. What the hell? They can't seem to.
At least you're consistent with the damage.
And that's other guy took his roll. So, but now we've got enough room that this guy moves over, and this guy on the deck goes down below. I'm jumping straight to unless you guys in the dinghy want to do anything.
Yay!
Yeah, Timmons is just gonna try to get the dinghy like ready to go.
Okay. Start pulling the anchor up.
As soon as
Whatever.
we get the. Yeah.
Okay, so now we got
After
all
he
four of
squeezes
these
some water
guys
out
down
of his
here.
leather, he's like,
And they got a Joker bonus.
Yeah, they did.
Let's do it!
If they get some damage with that Electro Saber. Oh, a wound. Okay. Then what does it say about Electro Saber? It says fighting
It's
plus
shocking.
2 to just shock. Vigor versus shaken. 1d4R malfunction. I don't know what that means. 1d4R. I don't know.
Rounds. 1d4 rounds.
Shaken 1d4 rounds. He's already shaken. So that's why he got the wound. Okay. Nope.
Well, in deluxe, shaken was also a status. It kind of like stunned.
Yeah, that's the old name
Gotcha.
stunned.
Alright, so we're going to apply that wound. Next guy. Spear. Oh, he did it.
I think he's not a wild card because that's going to be a lot of A lot of wounds he's gonna need to take.
He gives him a wound.
I'll be back in a minute.
Saber. Oh, it doesn't hurt him though.
$171.
All right. Doc, with a Joker bonus.
Alright, so Doc is gonna come over this way, first of all. He's gonna try to go over that way.
The door's closed. You gotta open the door first. There
You
you
said
go.
all the doors were open.
Yeah, it was, but I guess you probably accidentally clicked on the doors. I'll move you there.
I think he's gonna open this one and look inside. Does it seem like there's anything obvious inside from his current position?
That should not be able to. How the hell do you lock door? That door should be locked. I don't know. I don't know how to lock that door.
Oh, the doors are not actually openable?
How do you lock a door, Greg?
Thought you clicked on it somehow. Was there a radio menu?
Yeah, yeah, but it's just, you know, unlock tokens, drawing mode, layer, view. I don't know. Well, it's open. Okay, let's say it's open. You look inside. Well, peek your head in there.
Alright, so I only want to kind of...
Right. Looks like it was probably the captain's cabin.
Is there anything remaining in here?
A lot of mostly rotten stuff, but there's some pieces of furniture. And let's see. Let me get back to... I had a story entry for this guy. Or for this thing. Let's see. Crooked Woody's Maze Adventures. Alright. Posse is up to search the ocean floor. Small ammo. In the captain's quarters in the aft cabin, the doors were supposed to be secured. We'll say they aren't. Heavy oak doors. You open it up. This is where the captain lay sleeping when a catastrophe struck the ship. The wave was unable to get the doors open. Huge gouges. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I guess the wave shadows didn't know how to use the doorknobs or something. Huge gouges. If no explosive was used to open the doors, contents of the cabin remain intact. So there's a chest in here. Looks like it's got a lock on it. There's a skeleton lying on the floor near the rear portal. There's a rear portal that looks out of the ship over here somewhere. There's a skeleton laying there.
I think that guy is dead.
Pretty much.
I'm a
Yeah,
doctor, I
so
know
that's
these
about all you can see for now. I'd say that probably exhausts your turn getting that look around. Giant octopus.
I was gonna say, could I still do my the rest of my movement? I still had 2 more moves.
Yeah, if you wanted to do the rest of your movement, go ahead and tell me where you want to go. Right
Because I
over
would
by the
want to go in the
skeleton.
middle of the room to look around.
There's a skeleton laying
Yeah.
right there by that portal. Okay. Shaking status room. Okay, cool. My octopus. Doc dice. Tentacle and missed. Damn! I really didn't think they'd be able to take him like this. Timmons, you're getting the dinghy ready to go?
Yeah, he's getting it turned around. Actually, he wants to try to get it a little closer to where they might surface, if need be.
You can see that big old light shining down below.
Yeah, so he's just going to try to get and try to hold it over the light or stay as close as he can. But yeah, get the anchor up and get it ready.
All right, I'm going to jump over these guys. Alonzo, Luke, Albert, HG. Anything from you guys up top?
I'm just
The
heading up.
other ship of people, they don't seem to be doing anything aggressive towards us.
They're just watching the water.
I'm starting a Benno streak here.
All right, Doc.
All right. Are there any other like intact-looking containers in here?
Besides the chest, no. Wait a second. So the skeleton laying here still has clothes on, so he's got like boots and captain's jacket and stuff, coat.
Hat.
The hat's kind of laying over on the ground. Nope. Nothing of interest.
Enough I could pick him up. I could if I wanted to, or would it just fall apart?
It'd probably fall apart. You could try.
That's why we need a box.
It looks like small fish have just completely picked all the flesh off. There's nothing but bone left. It's the clothing, and the clothing's pretty tattered and in bad shape too.
How heavy does the chest look? Does it look like I could pick it up and swim to the surface?
Well, you can walk over and try. It's about 16, 18 inches wide, about 14 inches, or 18
Deep.
inches long, 14 inches wide, and probably about, 14, 16 inches deep.
Is it over here?
Yep.
So we're
it's on
looking at
further that-
roughly 1.5 foot cube, give or take.
Almost, yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can pick it up.
A little bit smaller than a footlocker.
You can kind of move it around a little bit, and give me a strength roll.
Is it bigger than a bread box?
Yeah, bigger than a bread box. All right, you break it free, and what's happened is the
Crap.
like the corner bindings, the metal pieces that go on the corner and stuff have kind of corroded, and it had sealed itself to this thing. You break it free, and yeah, you're able to lift this thing up.
Because my idea is I'd like to see if I could. Well, if it's broken that much, can I just open it even though it's locked
No.
to see what's inside? Okay. Because I was gonna say if I could.
You can try
Carry
to
it to the
break
surface.
it. I mean, yeah, if you want to try to break it open, it's going to have a hardness of 10.
I was thinking more along the lines of bring it to the surface and then.
Okay. So you
Someone
start to
there might not.
swim. It's going to take you twice as long to get to the top with this thing in your hands because it's damn heavy. All right. So where are you going from here? There's a fight carrying on up front. We're just going to pretend that fight's going on up front.
And here's where the hole is, around here.
Let's see. There is a hole. No. Nope. No holes in there.
You said there was a hole in this room when I looked in,
Nope.
not a hole,
There's a port window.
yeah.
In
Port
the,
hole.
You said there-
yes, there was a porthole right here in the back of the captain's quarters where his skeleton was.
Oh,
laying.
when I first came into the second room, I thought you said that there was a thing.
No,
in the
there's
roof
a hole right here.
Oh, was that hole big enough to go out of then? I don't know how much is decayed of it.
What hole? The porthole? No, it's got glass in it.
All right.
Sealed. Yeah, so the only way out of where you're at's right here.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start making my way that way.
There was a hole right here, if that's
In
what
the
you're
next
talking
room.
about. Yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna. Are you heading out through that hole? Let me ask you that.
I'm headed. Yes, I'm gonna try
Okay.
to.
You can still hear a fight going on in the front of the ship as you swim through there, and you're just headed towards the surface, I take it.
Yeah, I'm hoping that that fight is distracting whoever's fighting. I'm
All
just
right,
gonna
give me a
try
strength
to
roll.
sneak out.
All right. Good old wild eye. So it's a hell of a struggle. You guys, all of a sudden you see Timmons is looking over the edge of the boat, and he sees this big bright light, and then you can see this figure, and you're like, well, that's Doc. And he breaks the surface, and it's all he can do, and he's trying to push his chest up above him, and he keeps sinking back below the water.
Timmons will reach over and try to help him grab a hold of it.
As will Luke.
I found a box.
You guys grab a hold of this chest. Definitely, probably not full of gold. It doesn't weigh a whole lot, other than the weight of the box itself. The chest.
And any water that might be in it.
Yeah, waterlogged. I mean, the thing's probably 40 pounds right now. But you hoist it up in there, and you can hear the water starts running out of it into the bottom of the dinghy.
Yes, it seems
Gonna help.
locked, and I thought maybe Timmons, you could take care of that.
Yeah, let's get back to the boat.
Good
Wonder what's.
idea. Hey, what's that other boat with the big guys over there?
They're all looking at you as you hoist this chest into the boat. One of them, you can see one of them look at another one. He's pointing over at your direction.
I'm gonna wave.
Yeah, Luke does wave as
Hello.
well.
Timmons is gonna start rowing towards our boat.
You see him, he turns around, he looks back up, because you're looking at the stern of their boat, right? So he looks back across towards the bow of the boat, and you can hear him holler something. You guys are all still trying to get your diving gear and shit off. And you see 4 or 5 other guys stand up, and they stand on the gunnels of this ship. They climb up on the gunnels of this ship and take their shirts off, and they just dive right over into the water. And about the time they hit the water, you can see their bodies starting to change.
That's not normal, right?
I'm gonna reach over and grab Alonzo's shirt so he
I'm
can't
rowing.
jump and run away.
I'm rowing faster.
You guys are rowing, and you're rowing faster than hell to get to your boat, right?
Yeah,
I'm
and every time
grabbing
he
one of
rows,
and help row
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah. If there's a third oar, Luke will grab one.
Yeah,
and every
make
time Timmons rows, it goes squeak with a +2 because he's got these boots on.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
squeak, squeak.
Those fucking clown shoes came in handy. You guys row over to the edge of the boat, right? And, all these Chinese sailors are looking over the edge at you. And then they part, and you're not sure what the hell. One of them's like swinging on a rope, like a Tarzan swing. And he comes swinging way out off the side of this fucking boat, right? And, give outward poultice while we're rowing back. You're already rowed back. And this fucking, you're like, what the fuck? And then you realize, what the hell? It's that little bastard with no pants. And he's got a bucket of shit, and he just dumps it all down across every single one of you guys, and he just pours all over you. And he's screaming, ah! And he jumps off and dives into the water, and he does a triple Lindy on his way in.
Monkey poop's full of bananas and it makes for good skin lotion if you've been in the salt water. Just rub it on your skin.
No, thank you.
Doc Fong, you can give me a fear check, spirit roll.
Can I do the other thing I said too?
Not right now.
Yay for Joker bonus.
Yeah, yay for Joker
Careful, there's,
Buzz.
there's some sort of were-chimp over there.
And that's an appearance from Clyde, who actually was called a long time ago, but I didn't know how to, It's like what? They're all covered in like armor or not armor, but diving stuff. It just
Man, I would have had a freaking Clyde submarine with some poop torpedoes. Pew, pew.
I thought the that other ship was going to be full of Clydes.
But Tarzan Clyde's
that
pretty
was
good.
Scuba.
Fire
Scuba bought Clyde earlier, so there's your Clyde, Scuba. Sorry it took me so long to get to him, but I had to get him back up to where it actually mattered. So now you're covered in salt water and shit, and pieces of undead octopus on some of you, like still clinging to your clothes, and it's like moving and.
Luke rips that shit off and throws it back in the ocean.
I bet Jeb would find this delicious.
You're probably right.
Jeb probably would have eaten it. So you guys are able to get back up onto the ship. What are you going to do? Are you going to stick around here and wait for this other ship, or are you like pulling anchor and getting the fuck out?
I think getting the fuck out of Dodge is what we should do.
Yeah, I think we should leave, even though it's dark. Leave cautiously, though, very cautious.
So you're going to leave the crew of the Edmund Fitzhugh just looking at you.
The shark
If we go,
Well, they're
if we
sailors.
have to
They're
go back-
sailors, Drake. I don't know what you mean by sharks. What the sailors on
Didn't
this?
we just see them jump in the water and their skin change?
Well, they start. Yeah, their skin started. They started changing just before they.
And
hit
then
the
we
water.
saw some shark boys down below. So
Yeah, but I'm still
Timothy
playing.
ain't a
I'm still
fool.
playing stupid.
Timothy ain't no fool. He thinks them sock people.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
ain't no. You don't want to be no friends with no frenzies. No
Hey
no
Marv.
frenzies.
Yeah.
As we're going by their ship, I'm assuming we'd have to as we're leaving, right?
Yes.
Our ship. Well, as we do so, Luke's gonna yell out and thank them for their assistance down there.
They just all look at you as you. Some of them are still looking over the side, but there's probably a good 15 guys on this boat that you can see right now on the deck of this ship, and they just
See
kind
them
of
'cause
look
I'm
at you.
going below to hide in my cabin.
Did they look at us like they didn't understand what I said?
They looked at you like you don't know. Nobody waved. Nobody smiled. They just watched you sail off.
Well, that's very
not very
stoic.
nice of them.
Or that maybe in shark nature you don't say goodbye. Never know when your friends are just gonna eat you, so never say
That is-
goodbye.
That is very logical, Timmons.
For once.
And that's twice. It's twice. I remember in 1872, I had another good idea.
1872. You had a good.
Well, they're not like a one in a lifetime type of things, Timon. You just rarely have good ones. No offense.
But when they're good, they're like epiphanies.
Yeah, like phenomenal.
Oh,
You mean apostrophe, don't you?
Epiphanies. You know. Me a cool thoughts. Me a good.
No chips left in the bag. Too bad. I was gonna give Timmons one.
I already have 4. So
Not sure what that was.
can we like beat up a rock since like Doc and HG both have jokers or something?
No,
We
actually,
were gonna reset, but we didn't get the chips for the Joker.
Yeah,
so we
yeah.
ran out.
I got a chip.
yeah, we should be resetting after that combat encounter, and we definitely will if we get into any more combat. But
Where are we going? I forgot where we were going in the boat. Find some.
Oh, we're going to that
maybe-
place
Well,
that
what-
the magical lady was directing us to.
We're looking for things to make us go.
we matai.
We matai.
We
In the jungle, the mighty jungle.
Well, while we're getting on the boat and getting sailing, and while we try to remember what we're doing, I'm gonna try to give some herbal treatment to Albert and then to HG.
And that's
Now,
kind of
now, what's in this box that you found, Doc?
Taking
They have
advantage of
two
that Joker
boxes. Look,
bonus, aren't you?
HG found one too. He's still cuddling it.
No, not HG's. I know he found a bunch of gold. And he's probably not going to share it if I had to guess.
Yes, it's a box. I don't know. It's locked. Do you think you can open that?
I can probably bust it open.
I got some lockpicks right here.
Ooh,
So
no.
that should heal you also with NHG.
You want me to? Let me see if I can get that lock off of there for you.
Yes,
Simmons is going to use his lock picking. Grant. A lot of chips going on.
Yeah, everything's been
Right,
reset.
Simmons breaks out his lock picks and he comes over to this rusty old lock and he's like, let me see if I can get in there with these. Here you go.
Here, you might need this. And Luke hands him a bottle of lube.
Simmons is like, let me use one of these chips right real quick and try that again. This is the wrong set of picks. Let me try this one. He pulls out a hammer and just starts smashing on it with it. Here you go. There
Yeah,
it is.
pretty much.
There
You pull a
it is.
hammer out and you just break the lock mechanism off of it because the wood's all waterlogged and rotted. Let me
Look,
find.
I have the Brad card.
Wait, did you say the
Let's
Brad
see.
card?
Yes.
Which one's the Brad card now?
The frying pan.
Oh. So
All
I
right.
could use and then you can get us out of it.
HG, what about your chest?
What about my chest? I was gonna share. I mean, I'll share it with people. I'm just.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to delight in having his pirate treasure first.
He'll only share after he's confronted about it.
Hey, everybody gets their share when we get to port. I just get to sleep on it till then.
As you open the locked box, Timmons breaks it off. You can see inside a leather-bound book, a rolled-up set of some kind of documents, and some kind of a. It looks like probably sheepskin, soaked in wax. Maybe it's canvas soaked in wax. You're not sure, but it's like a small bundle.
In theory, it's supposed to keep it, whatever it is, dry and safe from water.
Dry, but yeah, you
In
can't
theory.
really. Yeah, in theory, you can't really see through it, but it's all laying in the bottom of this chest.
Are the books still intact?
What is this stuff?
Are you gonna pick them up?
Simmons. Yes, let's take a look.
Uh-oh.
What do you pick up? The scroll rolled up papers or the book?
I'll pick up the roll of papers first. I don't
And
know what other people might pick up.
as you do, they just begin to start falling apart.
Oh, that's
As you
very
start
good.
unrolling them, you can tell they were sea charts, maps. You can see plots and stuff on them.
It's maps from before.
But they just kind of fall apart and crumble to nothing as you try to unroll them.
Those look pretty moosey there, Doc.
They are very moist.
Luke is going to.
Timmons pokes the book a little bit.
You
This
just
book's
kind
a little
of
squishy too.
stick your finger right through the
Yeah,
the
it's
book.
a little squishy too.
Luke is going to attempt to pick up the wax object.
And you pick up the wax object.
I'll proceed to open it then.
Yeah, it feels like a JCPenney catalog or something like that.
What is that, Luke?
Wait, what?
It's
When
about
did you
it's
invent
about
the
that
Sears
heavy.
catalog?
The Smith and Robards catalog?
Oh no, I mean in real life. When did the Sears catalog get invented?
It was in the
it's
1800s.
around
The 1880s.
1880s, yeah, somewhere in there. Because there
Well,
are
let's Google it.
houses all over the place around here that were ordered out of Sears and Roebuck.
Really?
Yep.
I
Yep.
didn't know you could order houses from Sears.
They came with assembly instructions
Order
and
cars
all
from them.
First
cars and
Sears
everything.
catalog was 1888. The
Yeah, so about 9 years
Sears
from
Watch
now.
Company.
So probably not this isn't that. What is that, Luke?
I'm not sure. Do I find anything once I've opened it up?
You gonna try to peel the wax off of it? Is that what you're doing, or?
Yeah. See what's inside. See what was protected, or supposed to be protected by this wax.
You kind of start peeling the wax away, and it breaks up pretty easily. And inside, sure enough, is a sheepskin. And as you unroll it, there are some dry documents inside, some kind of papers. And you flip them over, and it looks like money, but maybe not any kind of money you've seen. And
Is there
it
anything written on it?
says in English, if anybody can read English, U.S. Treasury bond.
What does that say? Timmons, can you read English?
Luke
Ew.
can. It
Oh, Luke,
says
what does that say?
U.S. Treasury bond.
Oh,
Ooh, kinky.
is that making
So,
money?
sort of. I
How
think we can take this to someone in the government and get money for it.
does it have any sort of value on it?
There's
That's a good question.
altogether, if you start counting them up and looking at it, it's $20,000 in U.S. Treasury bonds.
Ooh. Which
Oh,
is there a date on these documents?
Yeah, 1869, 1869, 1870, somewhere in there. That ship's been down
5
there a
years
long
ago
time.
or so.
Nope, 10
there
years
is
ago.
that.
Are they bearer bonds?
Mm-hmm.
So there's
Nice.
a good chance they've increased in value since then.
And they belong to whoever's hands they're in if they're bearer
Mhm.
bonds. So they're,
I mean,
there's
obviously,
any-
we would all share them, right, Doc?
Of course, I know a place too. You know,
Of course you do. And hello, Kitty.
you ever been to
HG,
the place they call Fort Lincoln?
We're getting a bank building petition. It's on the
I
docket.
need to put HG, your chest has 200 gold eagles and 400 silver dollars in it. And I'll put a parcel together real quick.
What did the mayor just put on the docket exactly?
The
Does
bank in the petition. It's got
Oh,
a bear bond stored in it.
do the bank there have ties with that is the northern part of the America, right? That's what it is for, Luke.
We haven't
I'm
actually
sorry, what?
looked yet.
What you said, these bonds, they're from that north part, not the south part, right?
Well, I believe this may have been before the Civil War.
Oh,
Because
they are
before,
antiques.
and probably worth quite a bit more than their face value. But more than likely, only the Union's going to recognize them. Is that correct, Marb?
Yep.
if they're union issue, then yes.
Well, it says United States as opposed to Union or Confederate. It was before the Civil War. That's what I'm gathering anyway.
Hey, Alonzo, I appreciate you letting me borrow these long flipper squeaky shoes. They were pretty handy, but here you go.
You can have them. They're not my style.
Oh, well, isn't that special? Thanks. He kind of looks at him. Drapes them. He ties the laces together and drapes them over the outside of his backpack. So every now and then when he walks, they go squeak.
Mr. Timmons, you make them look good.
They come in to lack me. I think that was handy in the water. I think it might be on the docket that the man's got to wear these around Perdition. Coming and going. Squeak, squeak.
Here, I'll do this. Okay, so now I should be able to put this in a party sheet and the Inventory. What? Oh, that's the other.
But we might be able to, convert those. And there's a place called Fort Lincoln that I used to travel past, and there is also a place called Sacramento, though it is east of my usual travels.
Isn't Sacramento, California?
Yes,
Excremento?
in the northern part near where I often travel,
Excremento.
north of Champaign. I mostly traveled around the coast, so I didn't get in very much.
The kitten wanted down, I guess.
Yeah, he's very adventuresome.
No, I mean, for a while it looked like he was perfectly content in her arms.
So I need to do this.
Yeah,
The
there's-
2404 there. So I converted the gold eagles to silver dollars. There's the treasury bonds in the party. I don't know who wants them. There's also silver bars and gold bars in there.
I'll go ahead and take the bonds for now until we can get them converted or whatever.
So yeah, make sure your money looks like that. You've got Confederate, you got dollar Confederate, dollar Deseret, and dollar silver dollars. And so I'll convert all gold into silver dollars when I distribute to the party, and then you guys, for weight purposes and counting purposes, can do what you want to with it. Turn it back into gold eagles or whatever you want to do when you're in port.
I'm fine with the silver.
All right. So that was a whole lot of randomness, is what that was.
So,
That's pretty
Excuse-
cool, though. The
excuse me, miss.
octopi.
are we almost to where you want us to go?
She says something to Eyes Like Fire, and he says, "We are very close."
Oh, that's good.
And then she starts talking a little bit to him, some language you guys don't understand, and let me see. Let me use Windows Saver X to open up our favorite. And by the way, we'll flip this back over. Role play. There we go. No role play. Come on, get back at. Why is this thing lagging so bad tonight?
Doesn't seem to be lagging for me.
Yeah, I haven't had any lag.
I believe it says that she knows. So after she talks to Eyes Like Fire again for a minute, he turns and he says, he shakes his head. He says, she says, she thinks he is in the dark place.
Huh?
Where's
Okay,
the dark place? Is it over there? I'm going to point it in a random direction.
And
what is the dark place?
he said it has long been called that. It is a place of bad magic. That's about all he said.
Magic is bad.
Do you know where this dark place is?
They talk to each other for a moment. She has never been there, and neither have I.
But that doesn't mean you don't know where it is, right?
You are a smart man, Luke Skywalker.
I am your doctor. Still, while I retouch your hand.
So let's see
Have
what
you-
happens the rest of this day. What happened to my damn? There it is. Nothing. And as the day starts to come to an end, or the sun begins to fall in the western sky, you realize that you're out here on the edge of the maze. I mean, you're quite a ways away from the new mainland. And Eyes Like Fire looks at you and he says, "It is just around this corner up here." And so you guys continue to move the ship and kind of follow her direction. And you come to a place that it's an entrance to a grotto in the side of this mesa. It looks like it was flooded, basically by a shattered forest. You guys just see a deadfall of timber, mountains of it, choking this. At first, it's almost kind of like the mouth of a canyon, and but then you can see that it quickly becomes a cavern. And all shoved up inside here is all this timber and dead wood. And she turns around and she says something to Eyes Like Fire, and he looks at the group and he says, "That is the dark place."
Oh,
This place reeks of grim.
that's where we're having to go.
It looked like somebody get ready to make a big old fire in there. With all...
To be fair, it could be giant beavers.
That stuff could be flammable. We shouldn't take HT. Hey, HT, you want to go on a dinghy ride?
I thought with HG the water was flammable.
You guys can see it's about 100 yards away from you. You're not going to be able to get the ship any closer because it just gets too shallow.
All right, so we'll find a place to anchor the ship.
Okay, anchor up the ship, kind of give the sailors some instructions.
Should we wait till morning because it's going to be dark soon? But if it is a dark place, that might not matter.
How much time do we got till sundown?
Sun's already down. It's just sky's still light. You know, it probably went down.
Yeah, they probably dock in there anyway. So
10
what the
minutes.
hell is different? We gotta have some.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
Let's get some lanterns and get them on the dinghy. Let's go. Wait, what are we doing in here anyway?
We're looking for some sort of bad guys or evil or.
Okay.
We're looking for something.
It's been a long day.
You white men can never keep anything straight. That's what Eyes Like Fire says. He looks at you and he says, "It is you who came looking. It was not us who came here. Why Stocks Knight sent us, I have no idea." And Weematai's just looking because she can't understand him.
There's something about some rattlesnake people.
The Rattlesnake clan. They have who it is that you seek, born in a bowl.
And we're looking for him for information on somebody else.
Born in a bowl. It's not a him.
Yes.
What?
She knows where Looks Far Ahead is, or knows of him. Important information.
Looks far away.
What kind of name is born in a bowl anyway?
It
I
was
don't
someone
know.
who was born in a
Why
bowl.
do you ask? Two dogs fucking.
I have no retort for that.
And
None whatsoever.
You know what? That's such an old joke. It's really not.
I know it is.
Shouldn't have been even. Yeah. Let's move along. So, uh, if you guys remember right, correctly, Seas Far Ahead said he knew how to defeat Grim.
Yes,
Of course,
Seas
he
Far Ahead
said
told
this while he was
the
being
other guy,
kept prisoner in a prison. Nobody's seen him since.
but he and Born in a Bowl were founded the Necessity Alliance together and spoke much, and so she may also know
Yeah.
either where he is or what the secret to defeating this Grim is. And Luke, you really dislike that Grim fellow, right?
Indeed.
You guys anchor the ship up once again, let the dinghies down.
I guess we're going ashore, or should
I
we
guess. I
wait
mean,
out the night?
Well, it's
Yes.
dark either way.
Right. What's the light gonna do for us? Is it gonna help anybody?
I don't know. You're not really sure what you're looking at 100 yards away here. It's just looks
No, I
like
meant
this. Is it a canyon
mechanically.
or a cave? You don't know.
I was talking mechanically.
Oh,
Does
mechanically.
people get
You get
power
negative.
points
something.
back, or well, you wouldn't get them right away. I wouldn't think. Maybe the next day or something.
You get so many back every hour.
Yep. You guys have traveled about another. Let me go ahead and advance the time. You traveled the rest of that day. That was 7:30 a.m. when you went diving. So the rest of that day we'll put it at 7:30 p.m. 12 hours later. So it's been 12 hours since you first launched the dinghy to go searching for that layer of wave shadows. So probably
Well,
11,
should we
11
at least
hours since your encounter.
should we take the dinghy closer and get an idea of what we to expect, and that would give us a more informed opinion of what to do.
That's a marvelous idea, Doc. So we'll take a dinghy out with several lanterns and just kind of get close to the coast or the canyon or whatever it is.
Go check it out.
And
Dingy.
Leave my dinghy out of this.
Oh, hee-haw.
he always calls me that. I'm cleaning up the combat tracker. And then we also had a couple NPCs in here, didn't we? See if I can find them. It'll take us enough
Yeah,
just getting set
I-
up here. Weematai and Eyes like, here we go.
Yeah, him.
Eyes like fire, you are supposed to be able to see well in the dark. Do you see anything in this dark place from you here?
Tim is like, I got these goggles. I don't really use them too much, but
Even though I'm
Here's
not terribly good with the occult, I wonder if I know anything.
About
these
what?
ally goggles I bought.
Oh yes, they are quite nice.
Okay, no, I don't know anything about this place, I don't think.
None of you would know anything about this place.
Well, I rolled an occult to see if I knew anything.
Less you were Native American. You wouldn't know anything about it. All right, so what are you guys gonna do? You actually gonna take a dinghy and like head up over there?
Yeah,
Just take a closer look.
We're basically going to scout.
Tim is going to put on his ally goggles too if it's too dark.
Yes, they are very googly and useful.
I will use a dose of my owl eye ointment. Put some drops in my eye. That'll give me 30 minutes of dark vision.
It burns! It burns!
I have to make a vigor roll when I take the tonic. If I roll snake eyes, I'm blinded instead for that amount of time as it backfires on me. Here we go. Not a critical failure, although I tried.
It was almost a crit.
Tried my best.
It's not working. The burning
I'm-
sensation means it's supposed to be working, right?
I'm glad
What's
you didn't
that-
poke
what's
yourself
that
in the
running
eye.
down my face? That's your eyeballs.
Aren't you supposed to drink that, not put it in your eyes?
That's probably why it didn't work.
What is this word over here where it says suppository?
Reusable.
That means you put it in your
Oh.
nose, right? Whoa, she needs a Brazilian.
a little nair might do some wonders in here.
What? Are you talking about my
said-
map?
Yeah.
I got some bristly curlies all over the. No, it's just this deadfall of trees. It looks like a flood has washed this shit up in here or something, and it looks like really like it's 10 years old. So Doc, you've been here since the Great Quake, right?
Since before then.
This looks like it probably happened. That's about 10 years ago is when the Great Quake happened. So
Ah, yes.
looks like during
I've
that,
heard of-
the flood and all that stuff got washed back up in here, and the water washed out and just left all the wood crammed up in here.
I've heard that there was many tsunamis and such as a result of the quake that pushed all sorts of trees around, so this is likely from that. Or it is a giant beaver.
You're a giant beaver.
I mean,
No,
it
I'm
kinda
not.
looks like a giant beaver. I'm sorry.
It's probably a good thing we don't have J-Rob here. He'd make it so much worse.
Trust me, I could make it so much worse.
Okay, are you guys going to swim up the fallopian? I mean the canal.
Can we hop over to the land over there? And walk?
Or is that like cliffs?
Timmons wants to put on the flippers and then tie his legs together so they like a little
Man from
tail.
Atlantis.
He wants to
You
be
gotta
like a
put the
little
clown shoes
little
back on.
sperm. Let's go.
Looks like there may be many spider webs there too. Watch out for giant
Can
beef
we take the
spiders.
dinghy in there?
You could get the dinghy up into the mouth of this thing, and then from there it looks like you're gonna be climbing on top of all this wood.
I mean, the vaginal opening.
Yes.
I feel like there is some sort of metaphor for this entire trip.
Timmons like, we gonna go in here. Why again? They dancing with trees in there?
Yes, we must, because
we have to
That's where
save
the evil
one
is.
soul.
and
Luke?
we must deal with the evil things.
It's Luke's understanding that a way to kill Grim may be possible by going in here. You know what I
What?
mean?
If you made him climb through here, that could be a good way to kill him too. They're gonna kill us.
Well-
Look at all this shit.
Do you think we'll find the clitoris up there?
We will have to
Ooh.
look hard
Clitoris
and
doesn't
look all
exist.
around.
Everybody will tell you that the clitoris doesn't exist.
You guys can see right on the inside of the wall right here is a big G. Right there.
Hey, what is that spot right there?
Right up inside that big G. Right there, right up inside there. Anyway,
It's
you bunch
legendary.
of dirty old men.
Let us jump onto
I'd have
that
thought this was our Saturday night game or something, Drake.
wooden area.
Anyways, it's 11 o'clock.
It's 11 o'clock, so yeah, 11 o'clock. That's a perfect place to leave it, where these guys are getting ready to explore. We'll just leave it up to your imagination. Let's see what's going on tomorrow night.
No Starfinder.
No Starfinder tomorrow night, which means that Drake will
No
be
Empire of the Ghouls.
no Empire of the Ghouls. No,
Nope.
no, it's Matt Curry's gone. That's right.
Manicures.
So what's going
birthday.
on tomorrow night then?
I don't know. I guess we're all going to get drunk.
Yeah, so everybody's gonna. Well, somebody from Tabletop RPG or Heroes Wanted would be streaming, so try to check them out. You can click on the About tab under my player there for Twitch, and it'll give you everybody with Tabletop RPG. There you go. Hey, look at that. Social media. So I guess Saturday night then we'll be back for Icewind Dale. Unless Drake needs to go out of town or something, it's always a possibility. You never know, but just never know. But it should be Rob 2E stream then, twitch.tv/Rob, the number 2, the letter E, Rob 2E. So we'll be there Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So tell them bye, everybody.